89.5, your local community radio station. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for, episode 36 of Global Fitness Radio. Yeah, we've got a big show lined up tonight. I'm all the way back from Europe. I landed at about 11 a.m. this morning, or got home about 11 a.m. So door to door, it was a 39-hour trip, but I'm fresh. I'm ready to go. I've had a small sleep, amongst many other small sleeps on my trip home, and a bit of coffee. So I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. I've got the kettle on outside. Coffee's going, and we'll have a cracker episode here at Global Fitness Radio for episode number 36. And tonight we're talking about the fitness revival. Are you starting out or are you restarting? So if you need to call in and talk about that, if you want to get that off your chest, 02-6296 6895, or if you're calling from overseas, plus 612 6296 6895, or send me a message. Jump onto our Global Fitness Radio Facebook page and type a message, say, hey Ken, give us a call. I'd love to have a chat with you, and I will call you on Messenger chat anywhere in the world. Not an issue for the next 3 hours. And while you're on our Global Fitness Radio Facebook page, why don't you post a question or a comment? It can be about anything fitness related, but in particular about the fitness revival. And our best poster tonight on the Global Fitness Radio Facebook page will win a $50 voucher to the Flex R6 shop. What can you get in the Flex R6 shop? Well, a whole bunch of cool stuff, but our main focus there is our Bioflex nutrition supplements. Bioflex are our major sponsor here at Global Fitness Radio. Awesome people, Australian company, based down in Tasmania there, high quality supplements. We love them here at Global Fitness Radio. And you can get all your Bioflex supplements at the Flex R6 shop. Go to flexr6.com shop. Okay, big night tonight. We have a massive amount of interviews tonight. This is incredible. Could be a world record here at Global Fitness Radio. We have pre-recorded interviews of when I was in Europe with the European President, Mr. William Rigo, and his son, the European Ambassador, Mr. William Rigo Jr. We have a pre-recorded interview with INBA Netherlands President Sandra van der Kamp. We also have two call-ins, or actually I'm going to give them a call. Two of our Maxim Australian Swimwear Model of the Year finalists in Jess McElveen and... Oh, I put the other girl's name down. Let's have a look. She's in here somewhere. It's Monica. There we go. Monica and Jess. We'll be giving them a call later on, and I understand Monica's getting her hair done. So that's exciting. We'll be calling her live from the hairdresser's studio. She's in the chair in action. That'll be fun. We also have Valeria calling in with V-Week in about 5 minutes. And we have Cracker Karen and Big Andy, and they are on their honeymoon, but they are still sticking loyal to Global Fitness Radio, and they will call in around 7:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time. And Big J's even going to call in tonight at 8:45, straight from his bed or somewhere, wherever he is in Australia, not too sure. Anyway, we've got a huge show here at Global Fitness Radio, and you can also check out the podcast on Podbean, P-O-D, Bean, as in green bean. Podbean, you can download on iOS or Android. I will post links later tonight or early tomorrow morning on our Global Fitness Radio Facebook page and on our Instagram page. Anywhere else you can find it on Instagram or social media, Facebook. You could even end up on YouTube. Check it out. I'll post the links. And if you are being interviewed tonight, or you want to listen to the show again while you're doing your cardio or some other cool stuff, you can Podbean. Jump on Podbean for the podcast. It's there every week. And it's Global Fitness Radio. Here with episode 36, we have coming up very soon Valeria with V-Week here on Global Fitness Radio. This one's dedicated to Hannah Nova and Yehor Novi. There you go. Yeah, a bit of Bon Jovi there with Bad Medicine here at Global Fitness Radio. And very, very, very soon we're going to have Valeria calling in with V-Week. That'll be exciting. And Valeria promises to have some great content for this episode of V-Week, as she always does here at Global Fitness Radio. So we're looking forward to Valeria calling in for that one. Lots of interviews tonight. Got to try and squeeze them all in. And I have written a schedule. I was on the plane for about 8,000 hours today and yesterday and the day before. So plenty of time to write up a lot of stuff, including tonight's show schedule. And we can have some cool people calling in tonight. We're going to have Jess and Monica calling in from the Maxim Australian Swimwear Model of the Year Finals. That'll be happening on the 4th of May at Shooters Nightclub on the Gold Coast. And big thanks to Aaron Ainsworth from Procon Leisure for lining up those interviews for us this week, as he does every week. He's a good man, Aaron. Looking forward to catching up with you, mate, on the 4th of May up there at the Gold Coast. And like I said, we have some cool pre-recorded interviews, which I did when I was in the Netherlands with Mr. William Rigo and Mr. William Rigo Jr., who are the European President and European Ambassador. And we have the INBA Netherlands President, Miss Sandra van der Kamp. I did an exclusive interview with Sandra the morning after her inaugural INBA Dutch Championships, which myself and Team Flex R6 took part in. It was a great, great show. Thank you, Sandra, and a superb first-up effort. You did a magnificent job. Very happy, and it was that good I'm going to come back next year. It was great. Love the Netherlands. What a great place. Amsterdam was an experience. Did a lot of walking around on Sunday and took in the sights and took in the atmosphere, so to speak, and there was plenty of that. It was very interesting and eye-opening place. But Netherlands is a great place. If you ever want to go for a holiday, it's a very picturesque country. Yes, it's one of those sorts of nice places. Here at Global Fitness Radio, we're just waiting for Valeria to call in. She won't be long, I'm sure. And tonight's topic is the fitness revival. And what I mean by that is, are you starting out on your fitness campaign, or are you trying to restart one? We all, well, maybe not all, but most people in the world have started a fitness campaign and have failed, or have continued on with a varied degree of success. Maybe not much or a little, or they're happy with where they're at, or they're not happy with where they're at, or they'd like to be better, or maybe even like to scale it down a little bit to fit it into their lifestyle. But why, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff tonight on this, but why should we start? For me personally, and I'm sure this extends to many people around the world, it's healthy for the mind. If you feel good about yourself physically, if you can see changes, or you're happy with how you're progressing physically, it's very, very healthy for the mind. And it's very self-serving, and it's like what I call the snowball effect. So, if you're physically improving, you're also mentally improving, and you may not even be realising that. They bounce off each other, so to speak. And so for me, and I guess a lot of other people, it gives you a healthier mind. And that, you do that, and you physically feel good about yourself, which makes you mentally feel good about yourself. And you can apply those positive applications to other aspects of life. And what you'll find is, if you start a health campaign, or a fitness revival, as we call it tonight, you will find that the success of that, which you have, which may be limited or may be great or anywhere in between, that will breed further success in other areas of your life. Once you become a winner at something, you become a winner at everything. It's incredible. Why should we start? One of the first things it brings you is a healthy mind. Other reasons why I think you should start or restart your fitness health campaign is longevity. No one wants to die early, not particular, I don't, and I'm sure a lot of other people don't. The lifestyle that I've chosen over the last, maybe 10 or 11 years has been fairly clean, fairly positive, fairly healthy, and I'm sure that that's going to extend my life by 20 years from where it would have been, 12 years ago when I was in a nasty place. So, and I'm gauging that and scaling that by how I feel at the moment. I feel like I'm in my 20s, mentally, and definitely mentally I feel like I'm far more mentally switched on than I was in my 20s. That's an experience thing. Obviously, you've been around a while, that tends to happen, but the clarity of things in my life, and I guess you'd call it the foresight or seeing the bigger picture, is much easier for me now. And if you can see the bigger picture, you can take steps towards achieving your goals, your big goals. And if you can see the future, you can make it happen. You can mould your own future. And I believe that fitness and being healthy and having a clear mind has greatly added to that aspect of my life. Also, the longevity physically, there's not many things I can't do now that I could do in my 20s. Probably the only thing I can't do is sprint, due to various hamstring and hip injuries and just old age stuff in general, and gym abuse problems by not training properly when I was younger, like most people do. That's catching up with me. However, seriously, I can probably do 95 to 98% of the things I did when I was in my 20s. So mentally, I'm, sitting at 110%, and physically, I'm sitting at 95%. So I guess that puts me about 105% of over where I was 20 or 30 years ago. So that's why that's how I'm gauging and measuring the longevity aspect of it. If I feel like I'm 20, I guess I've got, probably another 50 years to go. Only halfway. But, I guess, the first 50 was a learning, and I guess you never stop learning, but I'd like the next 50 to be an application of that learning and a continuation and continuing application. So, anyway, we haven't got Valeria calling at the moment, as you can hear, but what we'll do, she'll call in soon. I'll chuck a track on, and when she calls in, I'll cut it off and chuck her on here at Global Fitness Radio. the Scorpions here at Global Fitness Radio with Rocky Like a Hurricane. You are on Global Fitness Radio, episode 36, and we are talking about the fitness revival. And if you want to give us a call, 02 6296 6895. We're here for the next 2.5 hours. Give me a buzz, and I'll have a chat. Or if you're outside of Australia, jump onto our Global Fitness Radio Facebook page. Post a question, post a comment, anything to do with fitness. And if I read it out on air, which I will, and it's a good one, you will win a $50 voucher to the FlexR 6 shop. Now, if you are overseas and you want to give us a call, drop me a message on the Global Fitness Radio Facebook page, and I will call you on Facebook Messenger chat. Anywhere in the world, doesn't matter. Next 2.5 hours, it's all good. You are on Global Fitness Radio. It is brought to you by our great friends at Bioflex Nutrition. And we are still waiting for Valeria to call in. She's a little late. Maybe she's busy, but that's cool. You get that? We'll just keep moving right along with Global Fitness Radio. And later on tonight, we're going to have Monica and Jess. We're going to talk to them about their Maxim Australian Swimwear Model of the Year final on the 4th of May at Shooters Nightclub in the Gold Coast. I'll be slipping up there for that one for a look. That will be cool. And then I'll be back on the next day, which will be Saturday, and then I drive up to Newcastle for the INBA Newcastle East Coast Classic. With FlexR 6, we'll have 3 competitors on stage. That'll be exciting. And they are all, 2 are first-timers, and one's done a show before. So it'll be very exciting to have those guys on stage at the INBA Newcastle East Coast Classic. And we have also coming up tonight, we have interviews, pre-recorded interviews with William Rigo and William Rigo Jr. and Miss Sandra Vanderkamp. Cracker Karen and Big J are calling in, and so's Andy. So Andy and Cracker Karen are now married. They are on their honeymoon. I don't know where they are. We'll find that out at about 7:45. And also Big J will be calling in about 8:45. Not sure where he is around the country. He'll be somewhere. But I'm excited to talk to Jay. See what's been happening the last couple of weeks. We missed him last week, but that's cool. It'll be fun to catch up with Jay here at Global Fitness Radio. Yes, you are on episode 36, and we are cracking right along here at Global Fitness Radio. It's a bit of Pantera. Pantera there here at Global Fitness Radio. Lucky I cut it off just after the start of that next song. You are on Global Fitness Radio. You can live stream us at valleyfm.com. Tonight, we are talking about the fitness revival. Give us a call, 0262966895, or drop us a message on our Facebook page, Global Fitness Radio, of course. Even Instagram. Jump on there. I just chucked a live Instagram feed up on my own personal account at FlexR6. You can check that out. I'll do another live cross soon on the Global Fitness Radio Instagram page. Jump on there. You can like us there as well. We've got a whole bunch of social media outlets here at Global Fitness Radio. Tonight, we are talking about the fitness revival. Are you starting out or restarting a fitness campaign? We talked about having a healthy mind and longevity earlier. Now we'll talk about sense of purpose. You've got to have a sense of purpose in your life. You can't just go floundering along from one thing to the next. I believe you truly need to have something in your life to strive for. You can't just keep fluffing along and doing anything. And this is a bit of a cliche and probably not an urban myth. There's probably studies to back this up. But, like when people have a career and they retire. I know they retire at 55 or 60 or whatever. And that was their whole life. And then all of a sudden they've lost. They just go, oh, what do I do now? And they die. Not straight away, but they might die within a few months or whatever. Or, if you have lost a partner, like a loved one, I don't know, maybe elderly people, we'll talk about that yet again. Quite often the one partner will pass away and the other person will pass away not long after because they've lost their sense of purpose. Because their sense of purpose was their partner or their sense of purpose was their job. It's good to be totally committed to something, but you need to have another outlet, a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, or all the above. That's extremely important. You must have a sense of purpose. Now, if the fitness revival or restarting your fitness campaign or starting your fitness campaign is your sense of purpose, well, that's great. That's fantastic. But always have a plan B to sit there on the shelf to pull out when you need it. Because, things can go wrong in life and you may end up off track, for a whole bunch of reasons, and some of them could be quite serious. So always have a plan B there. Just got a message from Brenda Mack, all the way from New Zealand. Sorry, Ken, I didn't actually want to be in the live video. I just don't know what I'm doing. And an Instagram amateur. That's all right. That's cool. I didn't know what I was doing either. I just hit accept and waited for something to happen, and it didn't. But that's all cool, Brenda. Be good to catch up again later this year at the Natural Olympia with Brenda, all the way from Team INBA New Zealand. She'll be over here on the 22nd of September for the INBA PNBA Natural Universe in Brisbane, Australia. That's going to be fun. That's going to be awesome. And that's a sense of purpose. That's one of my sense of purposes this year, is to be at my best condition ever at that show. That's a goal. I'll be very, very close to that, I expect, by going hard from now till then. And that'll be exciting as well. So we're getting very close to calling our first guest here at Global Fitness Radio. That will be Monica, who's getting her hair done. So Monica, if you are live streaming it, don't get nervous. We're going to call you in about 2 minutes here at Global Fitness Radio. Yes, if you want to give us a call, 0262966895. If you want to live stream us, tell your friends, because you're probably already live streaming us. Go to valleyfm.com. Give us a call. We can discuss anything you like tonight. Could be fitness related. That'd be handy because it is Global Fitness Radio. Or we can talk about our fitness revival. Are you starting out or restarting? So we discussed a healthier mind, longevity, a sense of purpose. Now, goal setting. Super duper duper important goal setting. Probably ties in a lot with sense of purpose. And you've got to have, you've got to set goals. If you want to achieve things, you have to set goals. we've discussed this on previous episodes of Global Fitness Radio. It's amazing when you set yourself a goal and you commit to that, you make it happen. Like you set yourself a target and a goal, it could be a big one or a small one or whatever, and it'll make you stick to it. And the best way to do that is to write that down. If you publish that, or and a lot of people make or set their goals on social media. They'll say, hey, I am going to do this on social media in 6 months' time. And it's will keep you on track. Yeah, write it down. You probably don't need to publish it to the world, but write it down for yourself. Put it into a diary or a document or anything like that, and you will stick to it. And goal setting is extremely important. So, but remember, and we've discussed this also in previous versions of the show episodes, don't make the goal too big or too outlandish, because you'll become overwhelmed by it, in its entirety. Like you look at it from start to finish, and you will become overwhelmed. So don't do that. You can even set yourself mini goals. Mini goals are super important as well. Do that, and it's probably a better idea. Set yourself mini goals, and you will be able to achieve them much, much easier. So at Global Fitness Radio, we are about to give Monica a call, and we will see if she answers, because she is getting her hair done. So she might be in the middle of having, this is me with my expert commentary, having foils put in or whatever the girls do there, not being an expert on that because I have no hair. But we'll see if Monica will answer here at Global Fitness Radio. Hey, Monica, how are you? Monica, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's Ken at Global Fitness Radio. How are you?
How are you? I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. And you're getting your hair done?
Yes, currently. I'm sitting right here getting my hair done, yes.
That's exciting, yeah? Nothing like live radio.
Yes, exactly.
And I really appreciate you doing this for us, because I know it's not easy getting your hair done and doing a phone interview.
No, that's okay. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's great. So, where do you live at the moment?
I'm in Melbourne, in Victoria.
Cool, yeah.
To be more accurate, in Hawthorne.
Yep. Good. And you are a finalist at the Maxim Australian Swimwear Model of the Year on the 4th of May.
Yes, it's so exciting. I'm actually over the moon, and I can't contain my excitement every time someone asks me about it.
Good on you. That's fantastic. Now, Monica, tell me your path to that point. How did you get to become a finalist?
So I'm quite thankful that I'm able to be part of it. It's a prestigious competition, and I cannot wait to spend a week up on the Gold Coast with 31 other amazing women. It's truly an unbelievable experience. I'm sure it will be, at least. I'm mainly doing it because I want to be able to prove to myself and to other people that also have my chronic illness. I have a chronic pain condition, and so I want to prove that you can do anything you put your mind to, and you can just beat it, and just be yourself and just do your best.
Good on you. That's fantastic. Would you like to expand a little on your chronic pain issue?
Yes, so I have chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. So fibromyalgia is a central nervous disorder. So it just causes widespread pain to your body.
Yep.
And it's like a day-to-day struggle. But I find inspiration in people around me and the things that I do. And that's why I'm also doing this, because I want to beat my condition and say, I can actually do what I put my mind to. I'm not going to let you take over my life, because a lot of people I've found have done that with my condition. They've actually given up on life, and I want to show them that they don't have to do that. They can do whatever they want.
Exactly. Wow, that's very admirable. I applaud you for that. That's fantastic. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, like you said, I guess you know, I just actually, what the first thing I'd like to say is I guess most people don't realise how fortunate they are to be healthy.
Yes, that is very true.
Yeah, and that was probably you at one point in your life before this happened.
Yes, exactly. I was only diagnosed when I was a teenager, and before that, there was all this pain, and it wasn't as much as it is now. I was, how do I put it? I was like, everything was ahead of me, and I thought I was dancing. I was actually a professional, like I was doing ballet and jazz, and I was going to take it professionally. And then when I found out I had this, and they said, look, it's just going to get worse, and my pain was getting worse, and I had to give it up. And that actually made me, like, I cannot tell you how upset that made me, but I've learned that I can do other things. There's not just that. I can do so many things. Like, I might not be able to go climbing walls, skydiving, or hiking every day, or just anything that other people can do, whatever they want, and just drop everything and go traveling and do all those, like Machu Picchu. I can never do that. I know I can never do that, but I can do so much more with my life, and I want to prove to other people that they can do that as well, and that they don't have to give up on themselves.
Yeah, that's a great outlook. Like you may not be able to operate at a 10, but you're not relegating yourself to a 0.
Exactly. I'm not locking myself in my room. I'm getting out there. It's maybe baby steps, but progress is progress, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Exactly. As long as it's forward and it's positive, it's good.
Yes, exactly. I'm having a positive outlook about it, and this competition is actually helping me achieve that as well by going, you know what? No matter the outcome, I have come this far, and I've given it everything I've got, and I've met amazing people, and that's the most important thing, really, because you're all pushing each other to be your best, and that's what I've found with a lot of bikini competitions, that they're not, that a lot of people see them as, oh, it's just about, like, how you look and everything. It's actually more than that.
Yep.
It's actually quite, like, everyone's empowering. If anything, I want to use that word. It's actually empowering.
It is. And yeah, that's a good point. If you are not in the industry, if you're from the outside looking in, which is, I guess, most people in the world,
yes, that's true.
You have a far different opinion of what your perception of it is, and what reality is totally different, as you know.
Everyday girls, or women, I should say, and we have obviously our lives outside of this as well, but a lot of us, fitness is something that we, every day, like, we're trying our best, and we're leading healthy lives, but we're just doing our best like everyone else does. Yeah,
it's good. And exactly what you said, people don't realise that you are actually real people with real lives. You have real jobs. A lot of you are successful business people, etc.
Yeah.
And you have families and whatever else you do. You have other hobbies and aspirations, and this is just one thing that you do. This is not you the person. Yeah. This is just one thing you do. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's, I think a lot of people have a lot of things that they do, and that's the good thing about, I don't know how to put it, but life is just, you just don't put all your eggs in one basket and just think that that's it.
Yeah.
You have to be, I guess, everything these days, and that's what, it's good to do that, because it means that you learn so much more about yourself, and you know what you're good at, and you're like, wow, I can actually do this now. I didn't know that before, but because I said yes to it, and I said yes to myself, then I can. So it's amazing.
That's interesting you say that. A lot of people say to me, I can't do this, it's too hard. And I actually take this view myself. If someone else has done it before you, you can do it. The blueprint is there. If somebody, people have gone to the moon. If someone said to me, can you go to the moon? I'll go, yeah, no worries, I can do that, because someone's done it before. If someone wanted me to go to, I don't know, Jupiter, I'll go, I'll have a go, but I don't know the success rate, because no one's done it before.
Don't know.
I might make
the
it.
aging process stops.
Yeah, freeze me for 20 years and I'll get there. But, it's, things aren't hard. And I flew back from Europe today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was 39 hours door to door.
Gee.
I left on Monday.
You sound amazing for having that long flight. Like, seriously, you don't sound tired whatsoever.
Yeah, I had a few.
Lots of coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of coffee. Lots of intermittent sleeping in lounges and planes and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But and that's actually a good point. That was a challenge, but it was something I knew I could do.
Exactly.
Because everyone else has done it. Now, when I fly,
Yeah.
I fly to the US quite a bit, like 3 or 4 times a year, and that's only like 14 or 15 hours, and that's easy now for me. That's like catching a bus.
Exactly.
So-
It's not too hard basket. You're like, yeah, it's be a long flight, but I can do it.
Yeah, been there, done that. It's like you said, when
Yeah.
you do something, you knock that out of the way. What's next? You keep upping the ante.
Yes, exactly.
And like you said,
Keep pushing yourself.
yeah, and like you said before, all your eggs not in the one basket. That's extremely important because you probably had a lot of your eggs in your dancing basket at one point in time.
Yes, they were.
And when that gets ripped out from you, you go, oh my God, what do I do next?
Yes, that was an eye opener. Actually, yes.
Mm.
But I've turned my life around, and it's all positive from then on. It was just positivity. So, yeah, I just want other people to see that as well. That if they have a chronic illness, not even what I have, but something else,
Yeah.
they can actually beat it. And even if it's just not obviously push themselves hard, but
Yeah.
just baby steps, because progress is progress, and that's the best thing as long as you're positive, because it is actually a lot about positivity. Because if you're negative constantly, then it actually does hurt your body more, because stress on the body
Yeah.
is terrible.
Yep.
So yeah, as long as you keep positive and you stay around positive people, then that's the secret.
You're exactly right. And I was talking about a little bit earlier in the show. It's like a snowball effect. It keeps going and going, and the more positive people you surround yourself with, and the more personal achievements you attain, that snowball gets bigger and bigger. You become an unstoppable force.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then other people see that, and then they go, wow, maybe I can do that too.
Yeah.
Or I can do what I used to dream of doing, or I didn't think I could achieve this, but I see that they have done this. Maybe I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
that's what I want to show.
good on you. And that's fantastic. You're doing a great job. I train a lot of people for physique competitions.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Mostly women. That's just how the market is. And I also train and a lot of people just who don't do competition, just general people who want to get fit, etc. A lot, in particular, the competition people, and we'll talk about the women. A lot of them have role models on social media that they look up to. They'll send me a picture and they go, I want to look like this person, or this person's my role model, and I'm going, yeah, that's good. And then they do a competition, and all of a sudden they get people contacting them saying, then you're my inspiration. And they can't believe it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, and I say to them, remember back when you said that to me about that other person? And they go, yeah. I said, well, that's you now.
Yeah.
So now you're an ambassador.
It happens that way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's quite cool. So, you are one of those people now because of, the things that you've achieved and, your elevation into the Maxim ASMY final with the other women.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so, people will be looking up to you now going, oh, wow, that Monica girl, she's pretty cool, so I want to be like her. It's interesting, but as you know, when you're in that position, you don't feel or treat anyone any different. You just go, oh, okay, that's nice.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't actually. You're happy that you're able to help someone indirectly.
Yes.
If anything. Yeah. That's
exactly.
what makes that. If I can achieve that, that will actually make me really happy.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, with your issue, there will be a lot of other people with that, and they will look to you and go, well, Monica can do that, so can I.
Yes, and that's what I want them to think. I want them to believe in themselves and to just say no to their condition and be like, no, I will do this. You'll have your hard days, of course, but you just have to take it easy and then just not push yourself like a healthy person would, because that's not smart either.
Yeah,
but
true.
Yeah, you just have to know your limitations and then just push through.
Have you found, and I'm sure you have you experimented with different types of nutrition?
Yes, I actually, yes, I found that I'm actually currently, funny you asked that, I'm currently doing an exclusion diet.
Yep.
Because I found I was having a lot of inflammation from certain foods. I'm going to go for a blood test to confirm it, but I've noticed that I'm actually feeling a lot less pain, especially with removing certain foods. I don't want to, obviously, people listening, I don't want them to go, oh, she removed this, I better do the same. But
Yeah.
so I don't want to. I'll do a post most likely about it once I do actually figure it out.
Yep.
But I've actually noticed differences in terms of pain management and even fitness, in terms of what foods can do, because everyone has different allergies, but some people don't even know that they have them. And I think I might have had one that I just was just hiding
Yep.
until now, and I was like, wow, isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
how food can actually directly affect how your body responds to things and pain and stress.
Yeah, and you know, it's food is far more powerful than we all realise.
Exactly.
And you don't realise until you do something like you're doing.
Yes.
It's amazing. And like
it's
you said...
It's amazing that you brought it up too.
Yeah, well, I suspected, because you've had it for a while, I suspected you would have initially went down the traditional pharmaceutical path for pain relief. Yeah.
Great path. I visited many rheumatologists, and it was just not good until I had my most recent one, which actually put me onto the more of the fitness sort of side of things, and said, you know, focus more on yoga and focus more on like building up your muscle. And so that changed everything for me. That was back in start of 2012 or something like that. So it's been a while, but it's actually helped me dramatically.
That's fantastic. I had a few. Well, I had stomach issues. Probably self-diagnosed IBS. Like you, I had all the tests and all negative. Nothing we can do for you, all that sort of stuff. And I fixed myself with food and probiotics. It took me 5 years, but I did it. So.
Wow.
That was horrendous pain, hospital, and all that sort of stuff. But, food is an incredible thing. And like you, I learnt what my body could have and couldn't have. And I was very, very limited in what I could have. But now I'm pretty much back to eating everything. I actually came out of it, and I'm climbing up the other side of the hill, which is great.
Oh wow! So it's like you've sort of rebooted your system in a way.
Yeah, a bit of a self cure, which was good.
Yeah.
And hopefully that can happen to you to some degree, like 100% would be good. But if you can get amazing. If you can turn it around, 75-80%, oh my God, it's way better position than you were.
I'll be unstoppable then.
Oh my God, yeah, you'll be Miss Universe Bikini or mixed galaxy or something. But what do you do for a profession?
So I work as a sommelier, so wine taster, and I can match your food and wine together. Cool. So I work as that, and I also still model and act as well. So
Oh, what sort of acting do you do?
Sorry, what was that?
What sort of acting do you do?
So I've been on various commercials, extras roles for like Neighbours, things like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting back into it, so it's fun. Because my modeling was taking off a little bit more, and I was like, you know what, I miss acting, because I used to do a lot of it in high school and in university. I'd do plays, and I just love it. You get into a character, it's not you, it's somebody else, and you put all your energy into it. And I love that, and so I missed it, so I was like, now I'm getting back into it as well. So
good on you.
Yeah,
that's excellent. Now I have to ask you, where did you find that accent?
So I have a Polish background, so I'm first generation Australian, but I grew up speaking Polish. So I went to Polish school as well. So it's a lot of people say it's accent. I like to call it pronunciation, just because we roll out R's in Polish as well, and so it just comes out that way. I don't mean it to, but
it's hard.
It just does.
It's a very hard one. I incorrectly suspected some Irish in there.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of people actually have either said Irish or Scottish or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you get people say American or Canadian.
Yeah.
But yep, it's all Polish. I'm first generation Australian, so everyone, the whole lineage is just Polish.
Yeah, that's cool. And whereabouts in Poland was your family from?
So my mom was from a small town called near Wrocław, so I think it's not too far from Warsaw, I can just say that.
Yeah.
And then my dad was from the north on like a sort of seaside town called Ustka.
Ah,
So yeah.
cool.
So my dad's still very much a sea dog.
Yep.
Yes, pretty much.
He likes his fishing and stuff.
Yes, definitely loves his fishing and scuba diving. Yes, and I used to when I used to scuba dive more, I used to do that with him.
Yep. Oh, cool.
So yeah, I love doing that. I still actually, when I received last year, I was scuba diving in Brazil, so that was an amazing experience.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes,
That's cool.
that was amazing. Yes.
Good reefs there?
Oh my goodness, it was just, you saw turtles, and it was unbelievable. Like
That's
clear water, and just the islands there are amazing in Brazil.
Yep.
Yes, definitely.
That's
I
fantastic.
recommend South America to anybody who's traveling.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll go there.
Yes.
Only because you said so. All right, Monica, we have to wrap up now. Got the news coming
Okay,
up.
perfect.
But that
Well,
was
I'd like to
fantastic.
thank all my sponsors, especially Maxim, because
Yep.
it's an amazing opportunity, and all my sponsors here in Melbourne as well, and Stav, who's actually doing my hair.
Cool.
She's amazing. I hope you're looking forward to seeing us up on stage as well.
I will. Look, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to get up there.
Perfect.
on you.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you, Monica, and enjoy your hairdo.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for calling Global
Bye.
Fitness
Thank
Radio.
you.
Bye.
Thanks, of course.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. And that was Monica. She was great here at Global Fitness Radio. Here comes the news.
Hello, I'm Katrina Shelley. A man has died after being crushed by a caravan outside a home in Melbourne's southeast this afternoon. Police say the man, aged in his 60s, was working on the caravan in Curram Downs when it collapsed just after 3:30 this afternoon. He died at the scene, and a report is now being prepared for the coroner. Some historians are expressing their concerns Australians are not as interested in the Anzac story. Hundreds of thousands of Australians gathered across the country this morning to commemorate soldiers from the past and present. However, historian Professor Joan Beaumont told the ABC, regardless of the amount of people attending services this year, in the future she believes it will decrease. She says with future generations facing different issues, she thinks the Anzac story will fade with the older generations.
I went to the 11 a.m. service on the Anzac Parade today, and the numbers were nothing compared to those which we saw in 2015, particularly given that the demographics of Australia is changing quite significantly now and will continue to do so in coming years.
A large-scale investigation is underway into a shooting in Sydney South, which has seen a 13-year-old girl hospitalised in a critical condition. The teenager was shot in the leg in what police believe was a targeted drive-by attack on a home on Constant Street in Guildford last night. It's understood a silver SUV pulled up near the driveway before a number of shots were fired from the passenger side into the garage. Police don't believe it was a random attack, but are unsure who the intended target was. New South Wales Police say it's horrific to think someone would cause such harm.
This is an atrocious crime that anyone would fire into any sort of premises, but for a young girl, 13-year-old, to be wounded is just shocking.
A new report into more than 100 apparel and footwear companies across Australia and New Zealand has found only 18 received an A rating for ethical practices. The report reveals Fairtrade certified brands were among those to receive top marks for their policies and practices. CEO of Fairtrade Australia and New Zealand, Molly Harris-Olsen, is urging consumers to be more aware about how their clothes and other products are made.
An ethical brand is one that considers its impact on the planet and on people, from the farmer through to the consumer. It means that there's robust traceability and transparency, as there is in all fair trade supply chains.
Turning over to sports news now, with Newcastle's Mitchell Pearce out of the NRL comp for at least 4 months with a torn pec, Jack Cougar has the task of moving into halfback. The Knights' Nathan Brown admits the loss of Pearce was a massive roadblock as they seek to return to the finals after a 4-year absence and 3 straight wooden spoons. Moving on, Geelong's midfielder Brad Hearn has been deregistered from ever playing AFL after punching an opponent on the field. Hahn has already copped 12 weeks of suspensions for prior offences before the incident. Finally, the ball tampering scandal, which has had Aussies furious at cricketers Steve Smith, David Warner and Cameron Bancroft, continues, with England now saying there were a couple of incidences which left them curious in the Ashes against Australia. Alistair Cook has come forward saying England were curious of Australia possibly ball tampering in the recent Ashes series, saying Bancroft was seen with sugar in his pocket. Cook says he suspects ball tampering during the Ashes in Perth when the outfield was wet with rain and the Aussies still managed to get the ball reversing.
You're up to date with National Radio News.
Yeah, that was the news here at Global Fitness Radio. And tonight you are on episode 36. Live stream us at valleyfm.com. Give us a call 0262966895 or jump onto our Global Fitness Radio page. Put a question on there or a comment. I will read it out, give you a shout out on air, and you will be in the running for the $50 voucher to the Flex R6 shop here at Global Fitness Radio. Iron Maiden on Global Fitness Radio with Run to the Hills. Episode 36 here at Global Fitness Radio. Can't believe we made it to 36. Maybe we'll get to 50. That'd be cool. At Global Fitness Radio, we are talking about starting out or restarting your fitness revival. Exciting topic. If you have anything to discuss about fitness or in particular that topic, give us a call 02 6296 6895 or jump into our Global Fitness Radio Facebook page and post a message, and we will read it out on air here live at Global Fitness Radio, and you will be in the running to win a $50 voucher from the Flex R6 shop, where you can buy all your Bioflex nutrition supplements. Bioflex are our great sponsors here at Global Fitness Radio, and very, very shortly we will be giving Jess a call all the way from Port Macquarie, New South Wales, Australia. Very lovely place, Port Macquarie. Used to live near there when I was a young lad back in the Jurassic period. And we'll be giving Jess a call and discussing her upcoming final at the Maxim Australian Swimwear Model of the Year. That'll be exciting. You are on Global Fitness Radio. Give us a call on 02 6296 6895 and we will put you live on air. If you've never been on radio before, it's a great opportunity to wet your feet, and it's not that daunting, I can assure you. And we'll find that out very shortly, because Jess is about to be on Global Fitness Radio. If she answers her phone, that will be exciting stuff. Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Jess. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
This is Ken from Global Fitness Radio.
How you going?
I'm good. You're live on air. Are you nervous?
A little bit, yeah.
You'll be right. I'll take it easy on you. So
Okay.
So how are you going? Good?
Yeah, I'm going good. I just moved up to Queensland about a week and a half ago, so I'm getting settled in, and then I've got Maxim next week, so I'm a bit nervous about that as well.
So you permanently moved?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Whereabouts in Queensland are you living now?
I'm living in Brisbane, actually.
Oh, awesome. That's good. So you slipped down to the Gold Coast on, when do you head down? Monday?
So Monday morning, yeah.
Oh, cool. For a fun week. It looks exciting.
Yeah.
It's going to be...
It's going to be so exciting. I've been working towards this for the past couple of years.
Oh, wow. 2 year...
3 years, I think it was.
3
Yeah,
years. Wow. That's amazing. So what are you going to do for a job in Brisbane?
I'm going to continue doing beauty therapy, acting, and modelling.
Oh, good on you. That's awesome.
And I've got some promotional work coming up as well.
Oh, there you go. You're all over it. That's great. And I guess appearing at Maxim will help you that cause.
Yes, it's a lot of good networking opportunities, which I fully plan to take advantage of as much as I possibly can.
Good. That's awesome.
Also be a good chance to make some new friends and see some familiar faces.
That is true. Do you know many of the girls in the final?
I know a few of them from when I did Face of Origin and when I've done a couple other nationals a couple of years ago, but it'll be nice to catch up with everyone again.
Yeah, that's cool. That's amazing. So tell us about your journey to the Maxim ASMY final stage.
Okay, so originally I lived in Port Macquarie, and so it's about halfway between Sydney and Surfers.
Yep.
And I would travel to Sydney or to Surfers to compete, and then I would travel home, and then I would work the next day.
Yep.
Once I made it to finals, I would travel back up, and I would just miss out like any time I was at a venue final by like half a point or a couple of points.
Wow. Yep.
So I just thought I'd stick at it and keep working on my walk and my poses and overall presentation, and obviously I made a good impression on the selectors, and the amount of shoots I've been doing, I've upped that as well, and sent my photo entry in, and they liked what they saw, so they called me as soon as they made the decision.
Good. That's exciting. Well done.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Cool. So you have your own beauty therapy company?
I am a subcontractor at the moment, so it's just going to be a little bit easier to go work for another salon,
Yeah.
and then I'll see how I go from there. But I do have my own. I work for myself as a makeup artist
Yeah.
and as an actor as well.
Oh, good. What sort
So
of acting
I
do you do?
recently was just in Pacific Rim Uprising as an extra.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was dressed as an honor guard, so you'll have to look out for me. I'll be wearing a white hat and,
All right. I'll tell you what,
and a uniform and everything, yeah.
when is the movie come out yet?
Yeah, it's already been out at the movies. It's been and gone, so it's coming out on DVD in June.
Oh, good. So I'll tell you what to do. At the point of where you're at, send me the marker. So at the 74.27 minutes marker.
I'm not sure how many scenes we're actually appearing in, but
Yeah.
one of my friends who was also an extra said that he saw us, so...
Oh, you're a star. It's confirmed.
But yeah, it's exciting. So Maxim and feature film in 1 year, I'm pretty stoked.
That's amazing. Well done.
Yeah.
I thought you were
I
going to tell
hope to
me.
keep the momentum going.
I thought you were going to tell me you're in one of those robot suits or something.
No.
The star of the show. That's great.
No, wasn't that lucky. I just was an honor guard, so like one of 6.
However, these things, this is where you start.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this could lead on to huge things.
That's why I love competing in things like Maxim. It gives you the confidence to go out and do more competitions or more auditions.
Yeah.
Maxim and other nationals give you great networking skills.
Yeah.
And it's also a great way to connect with people in the industry, make friendships,
Yeah.
business relationships. I enjoy it. I thrive off it.
Good on you. That's good. And how old are you?
I am 27.
That's good. And you have you have the experience of a 45-year-old between your ears. I can tell. You're very,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
yes, you're very clever. That's good.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I like that. So, our topic tonight on Global Fitness Radio is the fitness revival, starting out or restarting your fitness campaign. Now, obviously, you need to be fit and in good shape to do what you do 24/7, 365. So tell me about your fitness regime.
Okay, so I've only recently just been able to start going back to the gym myself
Okay.
because a couple of years ago I was involved in a car accident and I had some really bad soft tissue damage, and I've slowly been working my way back up to my work fitness first and then getting back into the gym sort of thing, because it was quite painful for quite a long time. Still quite weak in my left shoulder, but I'm determined to push through it, mind over matter, and
Yep.
I have goals. I want to get to them, and I'm not going to let injuries hold me back.
Good on you. That's good. And being positive about it,
Yeah.
you'll make it happen. It'll just happen.
I'm definitely going to keep up my workouts, but I'm also getting back into gymnastics and martial arts
Oh, wow.
as well.
Yeah.
So, which I haven't been able to do for a while, but I've recently started doing that again as well, which I am actually a former gymnast, so I love it. I can't wait to get back into it.
Good. Did you start gymnastics at a young age, as a small girl?
Yeah, like 5 or 6 years old. My mum got me in early, and I just took to it like a duck to water, and started dominating in competitions. And unfortunately, there was a point where I had to, to choose to stay or move with family up north, and I decided to move with family up north. But it's all worked out because my coach is now living in Queensland as well, and
Good.
she's excited to get me back into training. And yeah,
Good. Hey, guess where I grew up as a young child?
where?
In Kendall.
Kendall.
How's that?
Very nice.
Yes.
Well, originally I grew up in Sydney, so I moved up to Port Macquarie when I was 14.
Yeah, I moved from Sydney when I was 5, I think, or 6 or something. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Kendall.
not a bad little area.
It had 500 people when I lived there as a kid. It's probably about the same. It's probably 510 or something.
It's definitely grown since then. I've seen it growing from a little rural coastal town to it's like a combination between a mini Sydney combined with like Newcastle and surfers, like all in one little town.
Yeah, and I lived in Laurelton for about 6 months as well.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and our big trip each week was to go to Port Macquarie to do our shopping at Coles. That was our
the beaches are the most amazing thing. I actually learned to surf there as well.
Yeah, it's amazing places and it's beautiful. The weather's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the weather's
Always.
fantastic. Yeah, it's nice and warm. Oh my God. Yes. Hey, listen, in Port Macquarie, do they still have Henny Penny chicken?
Sorry, say that again.
In Port Macquarie, do they still have Henny Penny chicken?
I don't think they do, unfortunately. I think that's gone.
Ask your folks about that. They'll remember that. That was my big excitement, going to Henny. It was like the KFC of Port Macquarie.
Oh, I'll have to keep an eye out for it. I'm actually going back for a visit next month, so I'll keep an eye out for it and I'll let you know.
I'm sure it's been gone for 30 years, but anyway. So I was going to bring that up. Oh, we could connect somehow, but anyway, that's okay. Yeah.
Small world, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's scary. Wow. Okay, so how's your nutrition program? What do you focus on? How do you do that?
Okay, so because I have such a fast metabolism, like I've had to go get it checked and everything by a doctor, and they said that there's nothing wrong with me. I've just got to up the amount that I eat.
Yep.
I've also had a trainer tell me the same thing, so I eat a diet of high carbs and high protein.
Yep.
So lots of dark green veggies, eggs, bread,
Yep.
like red meats like steak or kangaroo or
Yep,
anything like that.
Excellent. That's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
And always have a coffee every day. Because coffee's good for you.
Oh, yeah, coffee's great. I love it. That's how I'm able to function here at the radio. Steak's actually, all those things are good muscle building food, so steak and kangaroo,
Exactly, yeah.
awesome.
I love having it after I've gone for like a surf or a martial arts session or something. Like I've got to have like a really filling like meal. It's got to have red meat in it because otherwise I just don't feel like I've consumed anything.
Yeah, it's actually a pick-me-up. There's a whole bunch of good stuff in red meat, like arginine and creatine and all sorts of good stuff. So it is a good pick-me-up and a good recovery
Definitely.
fuel. Yeah, it's great.
Good replenishing.
Yeah, and having a fast metabolism is actually not a bad thing.
It's good and bad
Yeah.
because if you don't keep up with your diet, like eat every 3 to 4 hours,
Yep.
so I have to have about 5-6 meals a day.
Yep.
If I don't keep up with that every day and exercise every day, then I actually tend to lose the weight because my body burns it quicker than I can put it on.
Yeah, do you find your blood sugar drops as well if you don't eat
Yeah,
regularly?
it does, which is the most annoying part because I don't like having a lot of sugar if I can help it.
Yeah,
But there's some days I'm just like, you've got to grab like a can of soft drink or something just because your blood sugar dips so low because you work like if you're at work all day or something like that.
yeah, and you know that feeling. It's hard to explain to someone who hasn't experienced it.
Yeah, you kind of feel dizzy and weak and a
Horrible.
little bit like you've got the shakes, and you go to have something like peanut butter, which is usually pretty good for everyone else.
Yep.
But you need that little bit extra.
Yeah, honey or something.
So like a frozen Coke or something, probably not as much sugar as in a can of soft drink, but
Yep.
just something or a juice.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what diabetics experience. So it is quite.
I've been checked for that too. I'm not that.
Yeah.
This metabolism.
And doing bodybuilding competitions, that is a big challenge for us because we get down so low body fat with low calories. But that's how I design my diets for my people: is lots of small meals, and it regulates their blood sugar. So
Yeah. See, I've got to do a mixture of that and upping the amount of food I eat as well, just to maintain it.
yeah, so it's a challenge. So you're a constant eating machine. You have to be.
Unfortunately, I used to be nicknamed like what was it? Because I'm tall. What was it? Sorry. Bottomless pit because I used to eat so much.
Yeah.
I used to eat like 2 whole pizzas to myself.
Oh my God, that's
And
cool.
like the garlic bread
I
and the
respect
drink.
that. That's great. Oh well, that's funny. Yeah.
I'm starting to head back that way. I'm amazed at how much I can eat now. Like it's ridiculous.
Well, speaking of pizza, I heard that the maximum week before the final, that's all you do is you eat pizza all week.
Oh, I would love to do that, but you know what I've been eating a lot of is a lot of salmon, kangaroo sausages, eggs. I've been eating a lot of eggs because they're really good protein for me and like they kickstart my day sort of thing. So I'll have, say like scrambled eggs, multigrain toast, avocado, which is your good fats.
Yep.
And then I also put sriracha sauce on it,
Oh, yeah.
just to give it that little bit of a kick
Yeah,
with my morning coffee as well.
Good. That's
Yeah.
awesome. The high fat foods, the good fats are good.
Yeah.
It's and it's amazing. I sort of follow a keto diet. I have done a keto diet for my bodybuilding competitions. So not the pretend marketing one that's on everyone's doing now.
The Insta famous one.
Yeah, that sort of crap. It's actually the real bodybuilding one where it's pretty hard. But the interesting part is, as you know, and you would know this, if you have low carbs, you tend to lose your faculties upstairs, your mental state slips. You don't know what you're doing. Time.
You feel like you've got a fog hanging around up there, like cobwebs in a fog, and it's really hard to break.
Yeah, and like things like tying your shoelaces become hard and things like that. So
yeah.
But with a high fat, good fat diet, all that is gone. It's amazing. It keeps your brain capacity running, near 100%. So it's an interesting concept. But if it works, it works. Like it works for you, it works for me. So do it.
Yeah, everyone's got to find what works for them in their little niche, and what suits their body properly. And you don't know unless you trial and error.
Exactly. All right, that was an awesome chat, Jess. Now, would you like to give anyone a shout out? Yeah, please limit to 100
yes.
people. Thanks.
I would like to give a shout out to my family. My parents are currently over in Japan on their honeymoon. They finally got married after 15 years of being together.
As you do, yep.
I was lucky enough to do her makeup, so I'd like to say hi, Mum and Dad, I love you. Hi to my sisters, their husbands, my little niece Aya, my grandparents. I'd like to give a shout out to my designer, Jasmine Farlow. She does JFD design. She designs all my swimwear and all my theme wears for all my comps.
Cool.
So make sure you look out for it, because I am doing a very, very good one that I've done before, but I'm hoping to bring a little bit more sparkle to it this year.
Yep.
And I'd also like to give a shout out to my friend Trang. She's a trainer. She helped me get started with my injuries and everything. And my housemate for helping me get motivated in the morning before work to go to the gym and everything.
Cool. There you go. There's a whole bunch of great people you've given a shout out to there on Global Fitness
And
Radio.
thank you to everyone at Maxim, and thank you to you for the interview. It's been so much fun.
It's been great, hasn't it? It was very casual and just like having a chat. And
It was so good.
yeah, we'll have another chat on the 4th of May because I'll see you.
Looking forward to it. You got to keep out for me. I'll give you a little hint. Think Victoria's Secret
Victoria's Secret.
for my theme wear.
For your theme wear. Okay, I'll keep my eyes open. And I'm sure you'll see me there somewhere at the Shooters Nightclub.
No worries. Sounds good.
Okay, Jess, thank you for calling Global Fitness Radio. That was great.
Thank you. I'll see you on the 4th.
You will. Have a good night. See ya.
Bye.
See you, Jess. Bye. That was Jess, all the way from Brisbane. She's in Brisbane now. And she is a finalist at the Maxim Australian Swimwear Model of the Year on the 4th of May at Shooters Nightclub on the Gold Coast. And I think it starts around 8 or 9 p.m. So if you're in that area or you'd like to come and have a look, drop in. I'm sure you have to pay maybe a small cover charge or maybe not. But it's worth it. It's a great night. I was there last year. It was packed. There was lots of people there, and the girls on stage do a great job. They're all very positive people, and they're all role models in our society, and they're all involved with the Maxim Australian Swimwear Model of the Year. And we're excited about that here at Global Fitness Radio. bit of Bon Jovi at Global Fitness Radio with You Give Love a Bad Name. You are on Global Fitness Radio. We are at episode 36, and we are talking about the fitness revival. Are you starting out or restarting a fitness program? And it was great talking to Monica and Jess a little bit early, and they touched on those topics about their fitness programs, etc. It was good to hear what they had to say about that, their experiences and what they're currently going through and what they have coming up in the future, and that is the Maxim Australian Swimwear Model of the Year final, which is going to be very exciting on the 4th of May, Shooters Nightclub on the Gold Coast. And I will be there, and there'll be 30 extremely talented and positive women on stage, empowering other women, as Monica put it, which was great. Now, coming up, we have an interview that I recorded in the Netherlands on Sunday, the 22nd of April, the morning after the INBA Dutch Championships, which was a great success. And we're going to play the interview now with Mr. William Rigo Jr. and Mr. William Rigo Sr., who are the European Ambassador and European President, respectively. So here we go. Here we are with William Rigo Jr. and William Rigo Sr., European President and the European Ambassador.
Yep.
How are you?
Good. Well, how are you doing?
I'm good. Here we are the morning after the INBA, PNBA Dutch Championships here in Voorthausen in the Netherlands. It was fun, wasn't it?
It was great fun, I have to say.
It was great. And you judged yesterday?
My dad judged.
Right.
I was working on the computer in the system and this kind of stuff.
It was awesome. And we had 73 athletes and I think 110 to 115 starters, which is amazing.
Yep, great show.
It was great.
The first time, but so many athletes and but very well organized, right? That's what I've heard from you.
It was amazing. It was fantastic. So in the lead up, we have the INBA, PNBA World Championships in Brno, Czech, on the 2nd of June.
Yep.
And in the lead up, we have many shows throughout Europe on the Europe Elite Tour.
Yep, we do. We do, actually. Next week, we have a show in the Czech Republic.
Yep.
The weekend after, there's the Elite Tour contest in Bratislava in Slovakia.
Awesome.
A week after that, there is another Elite Tour contest in Germany.
Oh, cool.
And then every weekend we have some shows all around Europe.
Yes, leading up to the World Championships.
Yep, that's right.
That's going to be amazing.
That's going to be the last one in Europe. So.
And that will be my first visit to Czech.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be great. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, we're going to have a lot of fun, Ken, as always.
It's going to be good.
Yep.
And we'll put your dad on here for a quick interview.
Okay.
VMC Rigo Senior.
Senior.
Also known as my dad.
Takisto mňa poznajú ako jeho otca.
Áno, som veľmi rád, že mám takého nevlastného syna, ktorého som teraz objavil. Je to úžasný človek.
He's very happy to have a son like Ken is, because he's a fantastic person.
That's great. And you're the best dad ever. Thank you.
Ty si najlepší otec na svete.
Okay, so thank you, William Rigo Sr. and William Rigo Jr.
Thank you.
For this great interview, and we'll see you in the Czech Republic.
Yep.
Take care.
Yeah, you too.
This is for Global Fitness Radio. Yeah, wow, that was a cool interview with Mr. William Rigo Sr. and William Rigo Jr. out there at Voorthausen in the Netherlands, just after the INBA Dutch Championships, which was a great success. And it was awesome catching up with those two gentlemen and everyone else from the INBA, PNBA Global family at Voorthausen. And we had a great time over there. So it's a great organisation to be involved with, the INBA, PNBA Global. And if you would like to learn more, you can go to naturalbodybuilding.com or you can go to inbaglobal.com.au for everyone in Australia who's interested in joining INBA, PNBA Global. And you are on Global Fitness Radio, and we are talking about the fitness revival. Are you starting out or restarting? And we'll jump back into that very, very shortly. And then shortly thereafter, we'll be talking to Cracker Karen and Andy here at Global Fitness Radio. Yeah, a bit of Alice Cooper with Poison here at Global Fitness Radio. Very soon we've got Big Andy and his new bride, Cracker Karen, are going to call in all the way from some romantic getaway on their honeymoon. Thanks, Andy and Karen, for doing that. They're showing their commitment to Global Fitness Radio. and you are on Global Fitness Radio, you can live stream us at valfm.com. Tell your friends all around the world. Free live stream. As long as you're on Wi-Fi. Someone else's Wi-Fi, it's free. But jump on there. Get onto our Global Fitness Radio Facebook page. And we will read out whatever you write, whatever you post. We'll read it out within reason, once it's clean. And, generally fitness related, that'd be good. We'll read it out for you and give you a shout out on air. And if it is the best post of the night on our Global Fitness Radio Facebook page, you'll win a $50 voucher to the Flex RC shop. And here we go. I think we have some cool people live on Global Fitness Radio. Hello.
Yeah, it's the Wellstead family.
It's meet the Wellsteads. Do. How are you?
Yeah, that'd be me, Homer Wellstead.
And Karen Wellstead. I notice there's been... Hello. I notice there's been social media name changes already.
I know.
There you go.
Yeah, but when we checked into where we are now, it's still sign Shearer.
She needs a new signature.
Yeah, I told her 2 months ago, start practicing.
Yep.
Yeah, failed.
Karen, you should just make it Miss Olympia, because that's going to be every year.
I've got to keep it kind of here at work, because like when I sign out the morphine, if I put Wellstead, they'll think I'm a criminal.
What do you mean? What do you mean criminal?
No.
That's got nothing to do with the morphine, that's just in
Hang on a
general.
minute, you're about to have your first live radio argument. What do you mean?
No.
You can't do that.
Like, because they've already signed me up on Shearer, so I'll have to present the certificate and all, you know. You know the drill.
I know, no drills at all. So how was the comp?
It was good.
By the way.
It was good. I got home at 11 a.m. this morning. It was a 39-hour door-to-door trip.
What, how many hours?
39 hours door-to-door to get home.
You can't swear on Global Fitness Radio. Okay.
You can't never drop...
Champagne. I'm having champagne in bed. You're interrupting it.
Oh, you're having champagne now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it.
Yeah, good on you. That's cool.
Because I start my prep in 4 days.
I did see that on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, so quickly making the most of these lives.
Yeah. You know,
Don't bother eating. Get your calories in through alcohol.
You know what's good about that? You pump in about 5 kilos of false calories of water retention, etc. And then when you in the first week, you go, oh, look at that, I'm smashing my prep, I've dropped 4 kilos, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how that works.
I put it on since the wedding, see, because she's feeding me up.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about.
But no, so you had a good time over there.
It was good, mate. Yeah, it was Sandra Vanderkamp, who is the INBA Netherlands president. You would have met Sandra at Olympia.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be. She was going to put on a good show, and you could tell why. I knew because of the type of person she is. She's a great person, but you could also tell in the lead up the things she was doing. She was ticking all the boxes, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it was great. Like, it was the first show ever in the Netherlands for INBA, and she got 73 competitors, and they lined up in 115 spots on stage. So, and the venue was great, and the backstage was great, and the staff they had working for them running it backstage were excellent.
Awesome.
And the standard was it was quite high in the bodybuilding and the figure girls, and the men's physique was extremely high.
Yeah.
There was they had short and tall categories, and there was about 10 in each category, and they were all good. They were all really good. So, yeah, it was
So a successful first contest.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was that good. I've got to go back next year and do it again.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was good.
Well,
However,
I was about to say we'll join you, but we can't because we're having next year off.
yeah, okay, you say that every year, but so I'll see you
We'll
in the
just be helping out at the INBA
yeah,
shows, backstage and whatnot.
yeah.
And doing, Karen, not me, Karen, hopefully be doing the judging as well.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah, we'll keep ourselves involved, but just won't be getting on the stage.
Good. So when is your next show? Is that the Universe?
No, well, mine's international, a week before Universe.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah, the day after my 50th.
Oh, there you go.
I
So
can't even celebrate on my birthday.
you'll be in the 50s. That's good.
You know, because you've just had your birthday, haven't you? So
I
you
did.
You weren't able to celebrate, or did you? Did you get an ice cream smashing?
Oh, yeah, we smashed it, yeah. We went to Amsterdam.
Exactly. That's the place to go.
Oh,
Yeah, if you're going to celebrate, do it in Amsterdam.
You've been there, I gather.
Yeah, I've been there, yeah.
I didn't partake in any of the atmosphere, but it was all there. It's everything that they say it is. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, without a doubt.
it was funny. We were just laughed. We just walked around laughing all day. It was great.
Yeah.
It was fun.
No, it is good.
Yeah.
Oh, tonight, yeah.
It is
Revival.
the fitness revival starting out or restarting.
Just to let you know, we're catching this tonight because this is our honeymoon.
Yeah, it is. I'll make that announcement to the world. Andy and Karen got married on the 20th of April, 2018, which was very recently. They are a happily married couple now, Mr. and Mrs. Wellstead.
A week. You've got to get rid of that happily bit.
Oh, yeah, sorry. They are Mr. and Mrs. Wellstead.
Did you see the photos?
Oh, the ones you just sent?
Oh, just any of them, the wedding.
Yeah, I saw the Facebook, and I saw your live. You saw I was watching your live dancing. I saw that.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
What me?
Yeah.
No, the dancing one where you're going around with a camera.
Oh, did you see Andy's trip?
No.
Oh my god, you haven't seen that one.
No. Is it live on Facebook?
Yeah, it's posted.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'll get onto it.
Andy's trip dance.
Whose page is on your page or Andy's?
It was the Garza song.
I have no idea.
It's on Karen.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, definitely. So this fitness revival now. Are we talking as an individual?
Oh well, let's talk about something different. Do you have a different tact on that?
Well, you see, because when I look at it, I think fitness in itself has been, I think personally, has been an incline for decades now.
Yes.
And you get people essentially who sort of come out of it for a bit. I mean, I did myself after my first marriage. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere, so I disappeared out of doing fitness for a few years before the divorce came in, and I managed to get back out there again.
Yep.
So for me, it was a revival in that sense.
Yep.
It was great. It'd be great to be, start to lose that weight.
Well, yeah.
And get fit again. I mean, what other? Obviously, you've had some other people. We normally listen to you the whole time, but it's just with how it is. We've been out and about and doing things.
Yeah, mate. I actually appreciate you just making the effort tonight. I didn't expect it, but thank you.
But you've had a few other people call in about it.
Yeah, I saw I had a couple of the girls who are lining up at the Maxim final tonight on the 4th of May.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, it was more about an individual thing, but as you said, you can move it to like the industry or the world, I guess, the fitness revival in the world. We can talk about that. That's cool.
Yeah, because I think, you get different parts of fitness. You get your bodybuilding, or you get your aerobics. Because remember, aerobics used to be a big thing.
Yep. Yeah.
The dancing.
Yep.
And stuff like that. The aerobic dance and stuff. Sort of, especially during the, those luminous colours in the 80s.
Yeah.
With the socks that used to be rolled around the ankles.
The Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that potentially at some point coming back again.
Yeah.
The revival in that side of things, because you have this. I think with bodybuilding, it's just been a steady incline. It hasn't sort of really gone away.
Yeah.
If anything, it's got bigger.
Oh yeah, agree.
The States in itself has always been renowned for it anyway, but other countries, you see it. Like say in the Netherlands, so they've got shows coming there. And I think throughout the world, especially these big events with Olympia, you see countries appearing there that have never been there before, because it's just been this increase and it's just constantly expanding.
Yeah.
And with the amount of publicity, not so much, in the media with regard, on TV and stuff, but social media in itself has helped in that progression.
Yeah.
But it's those other things, that came in for a bit or were out there in the beginning that sort of disappeared, like that, aerobic dance, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Zumba. I mean, where's that gone?
Yeah. It's a fad.
That could come back again in a few years, potentially just be. I mean, Zumba, I suppose, was part of it. It was a similar thing to the 70s aerobic dancing, I suppose, but just a bit more the sexually explicit type.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
but, it was just renamed and it came out for a bit and it's gone. And that'll come out again. It'll just be revised in a different format, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's always a new fad, isn't there? And if it's not... Probably these fitness fads, they're not totally new. They're rehashes of something else.
Yeah.
Now, I assume Zumba is based on some traditional Spanish or Latino dancing stuff. I'd assume. So it's just someone commercialising something. So, it's a bit like the keto diet now. It's everywhere. It's like it's been bastardised and marketed by, I guess you'd call them entrepreneurs or charlatans or snake oil salesmen or whatever.
Yeah.
But, people, I guess, they monitor these, I wouldn't call them subcultures or underground movements, but emerging things that are coming out of the fitness industry, and then they'll grab it and seize it and launch it forward for their own marketing purposes. So I guess that's clever on their behalf, but it does really show how gullible people are in general.
Like these ones that we were talking about a few weeks ago, about the supplements and honestly, what are you doing? What are you doing? When you talk, Ken, for a second, just put that down.
I'm listening.
Yeah, but you should be talking. It's like what we were talking about a few weeks back, supplements and these ready-made meals.
Yeah.
Stop it. Honestly, I'm sorry, Ken. She's sitting here with a laptop looking at the wedding pictures, and now it's video. And as you can hear,
it's on.
Apologies to everybody. Would you just leave it alone?
I thought something else was going on in the honeymoon shack for a minute.
Just stop it. Leave it alone.
If you leave your pants up, I would leave it alone.
These meals. I don't know. I'm not one that's been able to sort of go out there and afford to be able to have it. It's like part of the fitness industry. It's a new thing that came out in the last few years where you can get these meals, go in and buy 5 for the day. There's $60.
Yeah.
And then but people are going to realise it's expensive, just too much to have, and they're going to sort of fade out personally because it's obviously a lot cheaper to do your own.
Yeah.
I think people would prefer to do their own because you know exactly what you're putting in your food anyway.
Yes.
But something like that will go. I guarantee it'll come out in a different version of it, years later.
Yeah.
Make people go, oh, this is new. Well, no, it's not. It was out a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's just expensive.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Yeah.
I'm actually reading it. I'm
We
reading
should actually get Cracker talking. She always has a go at me and says I take up all the time.
Yes, okay, I'm listening. I'm adding in when I need to.
Impromptu.
Give your aspect, Mrs. Well said.
What revival are you talking about?
Cracker well said.
Is it revival in bringing things back, or
revival? That's exactly.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, actually, you're a good example, Karen. It's not really a revival, but you changed your focus from triathlon to bodybuilding. You can talk about that.
As a revival?
Oh, as a change, I guess it's not really a revival, but a refocus, we'll call it. So we can discuss that, the transition between those two. I know we have discussed that a little before, but maybe the challenges in the transition phase. We could talk about that.
Well, I suppose like I did triathlons for a while, and it built up a lot of muscle in different areas and endurance more. But the training was just insane, and I couldn't continue the training because it didn't really suit my lifestyle as a single mum raising 3 children, literally under 10 years old. So that's kind of when I slowed down a bit. But I really wanted to find something else because I did a lot of state, national kind of league stuff and sports, and so I wanted that expectation to be quite high because I'm, challenging to the next level, but in something else, because I knew that I suppose whatever sport I went into, I could do. And if I just pursued it very, a little bit more, I could get really high levels very quickly.
Yep.
So it's just a matter of choosing, and that's where, I was training in a pool and then saw the gym opposite and came into the gym, and then they said, look, you could actually become a bodybuilder. So that's where I just trained and hardly did anything at the gym, and did a lot of my training myself before I went on stage. And so it was all of my own training. I had no clue. I still don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, you do.
I'm still learning.
We all are. Yeah, we all are. You never stop learning, you know that.
I mean, everyone would love to have a personal coach, and it'd be great to have a personal coach 24/7. But sometimes, literally once a week, I'm googling some new exercise to, try them differently, because there's so much different things in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true. What I'm doing with my people now, with many of them that I train, as you know, I've got them on my Flex R6 Global app, which delivers their training program for them, or the one I put together. So what I'm doing now is I'm giving them maybe 12 exercises per body part, and they'll do 1 or 2 body parts per day. But I say to them, just choose 3 of those exercises per body part. So I'm doing a bit like a case study where I'm going to get them to do that for a certain period, and I tell them to choose a different 3 every week and mix the combinations up. And then I'm going to ask them, and they don't know this yet, but what I'm going to ask them is, which exercises do you feel the most when you're training? So which exercises give you the best pump? Which exercises you feel are targeting your specific muscle group the best? And then I will redesign their training programs to focus in on those areas, because we're all different. I know certain exercises for me do a lot for me. I can feel them doing a lot, as opposed to others. So I think we're all different in that way. So I think a bit of research into that area is going to benefit the people that I train, and myself, of course.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because you can do 3-4 exercises on a particular body part, and you just don't, you train and you feel that you're getting something out of it, but then there'll be this one exercise, same body part, but it's just a slightly different angle, slightly different way of attacking that body, and it just blows you away. You get sore for a few days, you get this really good pump at the time you're doing it, and you sit there going, well, what is it? What considering, I've got 4 other exercises that are particularly that are designed to work this muscle, but you're not getting the same reaction out of it. And it's just this one particular one that does that to you, and you just sit there walking away going, love it. Yeah, exactly. And it, and you get it for quite some time. I mean, occasionally, you just say to yourself, I've got to make that change. I can't have my body getting used to this fighting, but doing the right thing. Like the old Arnold Schwarzenegger used to say, chop and change. Don't let the muscle know what you've got to surprise it. To get that build or that new growth happening. Exactly. And sometimes you're just reluctant to come off it because of how well it's working, but deep down you have to. Yeah. But then you suddenly find that another exercise suddenly starts to work as well. Then.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. Here we are with it's even to the point of I will if I'm training a body part, I don't know, whatever, it's a chest for whatever example, and the first exercise is incline dumbbell press. If
Yeah.
that's feeling really good and not hurting, which is the main thing, not hurting in a bad way, but it's actually feeling good and I'm getting a pump and a stretching and I can feel it working,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just do that for the whole workout. I'll just
Yeah.
do that one exercise for the whole workout because it's feeling so good and I'm getting so much out of it.
Yeah.
And if I don't, after about 30 or 40 minutes, if I don't, because sometimes you can do that and you stop feeling it. But if I don't stop
Yeah,
feeling it
exactly.
and it's good, I keep going. So, and that's a change.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I've had that before. Yeah, you just think, not getting it tonight. It's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Move on, let's go. Thank you.
And, there's so many X factors involved with that. And it's your mood, it's your energy levels, it's your stress levels, it's the environment, it's the time, it's how much sleep you've had or had not had, it's your nutrition, it's your recovery from your last workout. There's so many X factors in there that, you have to be like a scientist to record all that and to analyse it over a set period. And that's just for yourself.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why, a lot of these real top athletes that make, a lot of money, in the fitness industry have done. They spent that time and they've realised what works best for them at certain conditions, depending on what part of their prep they may be in or off season, whatever. And how they work on it. There was a thing, what was it? Pumping Iron 2? One of those ones.
Generation Iron 2?
Generation Iron. One of those ones where there's so much involved with these top athletes now. They go, especially in the States, they'll go to these particular places to have, totally wired up for a particular body part, and they train that body part, and they get told when it's most effective.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That was
they're doing is working that muscle at its peak.
That
and
was
when the range
Nichols.
of motion and everything that they have to do to get it. And it's got to that sort of extreme now where to get the best out of your body.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't all have the resources to go to that level. It'd be great if we did. We don't all have the financial or the time resources to put into that. But
no, so we have to use that common sense. We have to sit there and do exactly that. Sit there going, in my own head, this particular exercise is working for me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But I do have to, when I've just eaten half an hour ago, I've eaten 2 hours ago. Like you say, I've had the same exercise where I've gone into the gym 20 minutes after eating and I have felt really good. And then I'll do the same one. It might be 2 hours after I've eaten because I've been delayed or whatever, and I'm just not getting the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's all that, or like I say, all those factors come into it. If I do training in the morning, I do training in the afternoon or in the evening, again, your levels of tiredness or whatever. Yeah.
It is amazing, isn't it? It's just, and if you could document all that data, and we do document a lot of our data. I know I do, but I'm sure I'm only still at 40 or 50% of capacity for analysis. So, what's going on there?
She's doing it again with the computer. She presses one button and it goes into video mode. And I'm like, I'm trying to talk to Ken here. Right, okay, well, I'm going to sign off. I think it's been an absolute awesome chat again.
All right, mate, it has been. You get back to your
I'm going to pass the phone over to Kat so she can finish off talking to you. No, you're going to say goodbye to Ken and you're going to, wish him happy birthday again when he was away, and you're going to do it now on Global Fitness Radio. So I'm just passing over. Take care, Ken. All good for next week? Are you going to be around or you're somewhere else in the world?
No, I'll be around in this country, I think,
good on you.
At this point.
Fantastic. Well, I'll be 3 days into my prep, so
you'll be feeling like shit.
I'll be feeling like shit again. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, mate. Thank you so much for calling. That was good.
No worries. Take care. He's back
Thanks,
in
Andy.
the sign off.
All right, mate.
I'm signing off.
Okay, cracker. Thanks for calling in, and you enjoy your honeymoon.
Good, yes, we will. And you had a good birthday, just quickly.
I did, yes, it was fun. We were in Amsterdam, so yes, I had a good birthday.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good to have birthdays overseas sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something different. Then I jumped on the plane for the second half of it, so that was exciting.
Anyway,
All right.
Andy's filling up my champagne glass as I speak, so I better go.
Go and consume that. Okay, enjoy your honeymoon and thank you for calling.
Thank you. Have a good night, Ken.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
That was... Turn the phone off. That was Cracker Karen and Andy. Now they're married. And I'm going to put a song on here at Global Fitness Radio.
Transactions, you know the Bible's gonna get up to. It won't be long if there's a missing payment. So come for me, life is going for you. Policy ain't free, let me tell you, brother. You pay for that shit one way or another. She'll make you pay when you're out with your buddies. Whoever takes that you choose to ignore. When you return, interrogation. Your dig is going on. The water runs. Policy ain't free. Let me tell you, brother. You pay for that shit one way or another. One way or another. This is not a choice you have. That's only in your head. And when you're getting up for a degree, you remember what I Be with your grey hair and every wrinkle. Be with a heart attack or maybe stroke. Maybe you'll understand on your deathbed. The price of pussy, it ain't a joke. Policy ain't free, let me tell you, brother. Policy ain't free, let me tell you, mister. Policy ain't free, everybody knows. Policy ain't free, let me tell you,
Yeah, bit of Steel Panther there with Pussy Ain't Free. That was dedicated to Andy. Big Andy and Karen on their honeymoon here at Global Fitness Radio, episode number 36. Very soon we have Valeria calling in with V-Week. She got tied up a little bit earlier with a photo shoot and an interview. So Valeria is a very, very busy woman. And thank you for being so flexible and calling in at about 8:15, about 5 minutes' time. We'll have a chat to Valeria about her week in the modelling world and the dancing world and all that other cool stuff that she does, and her lead up to the Maximum Australian Women Model of the Year final on the 4th of May on the Gold Coast. We'll chat to her about that. But you are on Global Fitness Radio at the moment. give us a call, 02 6296 6895. We'd love to hear from you. If you're overseas, jump onto our Global Fitness Radio Facebook page. Send me a message, say, hey, Ken, give us a call, and I'll call you anywhere in the world, and you can have a live interview on the radio. And this episode, number 36 of Global Fitness Radio, will be podcast on Podbean, P-O-D, bean, as in the green bean. And I will upload this tonight, and it should be available around 11:30 p.m. So that's Australian Eastern Standard Time, and you can download it or listen to it, stream it through Podbean while you're doing your cardio or anything else exciting that you're doing in your life. And you'll find most of the episodes of Global Fitness Radio on Podbean. It is downloadable from iOS, under iOS or Android devices, at the Google Play or Apple Store, of course. And our great friends at Bioflex Nutrition are our major sponsors here at Global Fitness Radio, episode number 36. And very, very shortly we have Valeria calling in. And we can't wait to hear from Valeria and what she got up to this week in her world. So tonight we are talking about the fitness revival. What is the fitness revival? We've discussed the healthier mind, longevity, sense of purpose, goal setting, and let's talk about, are you too old to start? No. If you're not dead, you're not too old to start. So I personally, I didn't start competitive bodybuilding until I was 40. However, I did train for 22 years prior to that. I wouldn't say that was a 22-year prep. I'd say a lot of that was wasted time due to being uneducated in that industry and having misdirected focus, which was a time waster, which these days I try not to do. I try to maximise and optimise my time and my education to focus it into my own training and my own advancement. But no, you're never too old to start anything. And we do cater for people in different age groups, and we'll talk about the older age groups. We do have in all sports, well, pretty much all sports, masters games, etc. For people, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even over 100. I've seen people, over 100 metre sprints and so forth, which is absolutely amazing that people can do that. And it's one of my long-term goals, is to still be active at 100 and doing the stuff that I'm doing now. And we'll probably be up to episode 5,230 of Global Fitness Radio, but we'll still be here. That'll be pretty cool. I'm sure it'll be a whole new era in 50 years' time at Global Fitness Radio. Anyway, actually, and a bit remiss of me, I'd like to give a shout out on Anzac Day here in Australia. It's an important day for Australians and New Zealanders, as we pay respect to our past and present military servicemen and women. And I think we have Valeria calling in now here on Global Fitness Radio. Hello, Valeria. How are you?
Hi, Ken. I'm very well. How about you?
I'm good. How's your shoot?
I was racing. We started from 7 a.m. until, about 3 minutes ago.
7 a.m. you started?
Yeah, because I had 13 dancers. I had 9 dancers, makeup, 2 makeup artists, 1 hair stylist,
yep.
a guy for behind the scenes production plus photographer, and I had to organise it all for my studio. So the Hackett production was just really awesome music.
Yep. Wow, that's amazing. I thought it was just you having a photo shoot, but it was your whole group.
Oh no, yeah, we had the whole crew. I had the 6 girls, 3 boys, and then they had 30 different costumes to get changed around.
Yep.
We had the videos to do for the dancing part. So it was a massive day, plus with the hair and makeup takes 1.5 hour each girl. So
wow.
A very long day.
Wow.
And very, very busy. But and
you made it.
Really good. Very happy with the result.
And thank you for calling in. You didn't have to. I didn't realise you were so busy. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, well, very appreciated.
Yeah.
Talking to you as well. So it was like a part of my daily routine. So
Yep.
So once I look at the clock and I say, boy, and it's good because they're usually on time and things with things. So
Yeah, cool.
it wasn't best, but yeah.
Yep. And I'd like to thank you for your very nice birthday message you sent me.
No, well, you have a birthday. I know you're probably somewhere from Netherlands.
Yeah.
So speak to you and we today watching your posts. So
Thank you.
you do back and forth. I hope you can have a much of a jet lag after such a long trip from Europe.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was 39 hours from door to door.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So I left the Netherlands at 12, like midday on Monday, which is 8 p.m. Australian time,
Yeah.
and I got home at 11 a.m. this morning.
I just 2
Yeah.
days of traveling non-stop.
Yeah, and that included 9 hours in transit in Doha, Qatar.
Yeah.
Which was fun trying to sleep on an armchair. So
Yeah, well, what else you can do for 9 hours?
yeah, nothing
So much
much.
shopping you can do, or look around. Have a bit of rest in between the flights and stretch around before you getting on the plane and have a long flight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was. I think I was telling someone a bit earlier. It was actually okay. I sort of like with things like that. I know it's going to be long, but I don't stress myself out about it beforehand. I think with things like that, if you can build yourself up into a fervour, and you can actually make it worse than what it is by telling yourself it's going to be bad before you do it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Plus, you used to sell it, and you used to know how it all feels. So you're pretty much expecting what's supposed to happen. So you kind of get your mind ready and set
Yeah.
for the big flight and having a few big days there and stuff.
Yeah, and you know that because you've done some big flights as well. So, you focus on the positives. You go, oh my God, I can watch all these movies and I can have a sleep, and it's actually a bit of a rest for me because I'm not on my phone answering messages or doing something. So
Exactly, you don't even have a chance to do so.
no, it's
You
great.
want to.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
no, it's I agree. I used to travelling a lot because I'm from far east of Russia originally, which is pretty much next to Japan, like 2 hours away. So if I would love to do any travelling to Europe or to Australia, it's a minimum of 14 hours as the shortest trip ever. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty used to it too.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, it's yeah, and I was saying to someone a little earlier, and flying to the States now is easy for me. It's like 14, 15 hours in total, so that's like super easy. It's like catching a bus. So I think the more you push yourself, the more things become easier in life. That just makes sense, I guess.
Exactly. You just have to face it.
Yeah.
And go through this easier and get yourself prepared for it.
Yeah.
Because why would you stress for something that you have to do in your life, even just traveling? You have to do it to get where you need to go.
Yeah.
And, that's the way, and that's how we live our lives. I hope Netherlands were great. How did it go? How was everyone there?
It was good. Yeah, it was actually a really good show. It was the first ever INBA show in the Netherlands.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was the first one. And the president, Sandra, who is also a friend of mine, I've known Sandra for a few years from competing internationally at Olympia. She's the president of
Crazy. So you've pretty much met major people in the industry.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the first show happening.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I thought they'd have done it to you. Not a few couple, but
Yeah, just a couple. So yeah, when you travel internationally, you meet all these cool people from all these different countries, and Yeah, we all
Yeah.
have the same common goals in bodybuilding and stuff, and we're all positive people, and which you're about to find out. But I'm sure it's pretty similar in your industry, in the dancing and modelling industry. Everybody's a high achiever or wants to be a high achiever, and everybody's positive, and that's all part of that.
Exactly. You can't go somewhere and it's just something with having a negative mindset in your head or not thinking of your success and how you get there. It takes a lot of mental effort and stimulation before you can get it on a physical level when it comes to fitness shows and stuff. It's a lot of a lot of things happening in your head via the fitness show itself when you're on that stage as well.
Yeah, agreed. And the show was quite good because Sandra extended her hospitality to myself and my team. She was very kind to us in many ways.
Yeah.
And I know she did that for a lot of people at her show. So that's what made it a special occasion, because she went that extra step and, and did a lot of things for us in the lead up, and especially while we were there. She looked after us great. Like, we're in a foreign country and didn't speak the language, and although a lot of people there do speak English, which is good.
Yeah.
But she made it so much easier for us with accommodation and transport, and doing all the special small things that added up to a great experience.
That's so great. It's great about this personal approach to help out in a different country, because the language it does make a big difference when you're traveling, and the show itself is all very different atmosphere and the country itself. So it sounds great. I'm lucky not to get on that show and not to watch at least what's been happening. But I was at the Fitness Expo in Sydney.
Oh yeah. How'd you go there?
It was really hectic and crazy. There was so many people, and everyone in the industry were interested. It was just an overwhelming feeling of everyone just going in, and a bunch of supplements, products, competitions, and a lot of stands with so many products, like infrared saunas, some special massage tools for after the training, and some special techniques. They have some UFC fighters there to sign off the posters, and some awesome business idols in on the whole industry. So it was crazy to meet them all, and it was busy all 3 days in a row. So it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and me and my other days from iCreek just did a bit of performance on those days as well, just to get it out there. It's all connected, dancing, fitness.
Yep.
The positive vibes. So it was amazing. I think there is one in Gold Coast happening soon.
Yeah.
And Brisbane.
Yep.
I think you should check it out. It's such a good environment, and there's so many contacts, so many people here. Even probably didn't have time to catch up or stuff or get to know them. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shame I was overseas for this one. I would have liked to slip up there, but no, that's interesting. Did you dance on the main stage, or did your people dance on the main stage?
They didn't have main stage. It was just little stages. So each stand, so we had our own stand. Yep. And each stand we had a supplement, product, and we did our dancing on our stand. So everyone had our sport, so everyone got a bit of space there. So we just pretty much pulled it off from that stand and went to the crowd just to entertain and stuff, because a lot of people walking in and wandering around and stopping by just to do the video and stuff, and then do some images after. So we did a bit of interference in the public while dancing and stuff. So it was incredible to see different reactions of people and taking images and videos and stuff. So I think it's a great way to expose yourself to this, and a lot of new things you can pick up, as I said, starting from supplements or school activities they've been doing. They have like full bicycles and treadmills with the new technology.
Yeah.
So you can really pick out some latest stuff within the fitness industry.
Yeah, that's cool. And as you know, and we've talked about this before, business partnerships are extremely important and can be gold if you find the right partnership with, you keep searching and connecting with people, then you will come up with the pot of gold eventually. So, it's extremely important that like-minded businesses, or even not even like-minded businesses, it could be like businesses that are poles apart. Sometimes there can be, an untapped commonality there that could lead to the pot of gold.
Yeah, no, 100% agree with that. It's a lot of it takes a lot of time to find the right person and people to work with, and a lot depends on your work ethic and your just personal qualities before you can get to the business itself, because it's like it's two different worlds from the same person in the side of business or on a personal level. So you really have to search for that people to work with, because that's a massive leverage towards your business. And knowing how, in Russian, what we usually say, one mind is good, but two minds are always better. And the more people we have and the more human resources we have to utilize for any sort of goal, the better the business goes. So, and that's the thing, to have the right people by your side and doing a good job. And I was working on the side with Alpha One, that they do supplements. They don't do protein and stuff. They do supplements for the pre-workout. They've got energy to work out, and some amino acids and stuff. So we did stand and did some cool stuff together. I was doing the dancing for them. Cool. And I was helping out with a busy crowd to get some competitions for fitness, register and go. So, it's very hard with the industry. It's pretty tough when it comes to money and comes to time consuming of things that you have to do. But when you have right people around you, everything just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, I agree. So, and like you touched on earlier, it's the people you deal with have got to be like you. Not exactly like you, but of the same ethics and morals as you. Because a sheep cannot work with a wolf, and two snakes cannot work together either.
It's funny how you say that. So many people make mistakes trying to do business, and then they're losing a lot of money just because they're picking the wrong people around the industry. And you never know what is wrong, what is right. And that side of field, because people are so different, and a lot of things change when money comes to play. And then when you have to really work on things, and it's a hard work. It's a lot of hard times behind the scenes happening before you deliver some good results and stuff. So I really even appreciated to have my other dancer that do a lot of choreography on my dancing side of things, and he's taking so much time and pretty much personal expectations towards things that we do in sport. So when you take something personal and working as it would be your business and pursue it, to 100%, that's what you're ideally looking for. And then if I decided to do something or do any work, I usually consider myself 100%. I'm putting 100% effort towards something before I do things. So because you want to do something, you want to do it the best you can deliver. So I'm just going to agree with your person.
Yeah, I totally agree, 100%. It's hard. You got to be very risk adverse, I guess, in life, but in our industry, because we're all marketing, or we're all trying to sell to a market. And that's not just not to clients, but in business relationships, when you form one, you're trying to get something out of it, and you're trying to give the other person something, and of course they're trying to get something out of it as well. So you've just got to be careful that you are going to get out more than you're investing into it.
Yeah, definitely. But it's always much more investment coming in the first step and the first time of organising things. you've been at a lot of things before anything would actually come back to you. And
Yes.
you really have to have that same mentality from other people, because it's not just within or it's not just going to happen within a few seconds.
Yeah.
And when it comes to business, you have to be ready to give away to these people and
Yes.
see what their interests could be and what you're trying to create as a business.
Yep.
And putting their goals with your goals, so you can actually assist on it. Because everyone is pretty egoistic when it comes to the goals or something to get out of something. So very important to pick on that level where you can see how these people can advance in your business or in your idea, so that everyone can work towards it and put their heart out there
Yep.
to really make it all happen. Like even that photo shoot I did today with the organisation of the makeup and hair for all my dancers, the amazing dancers, they don't really need much promotion because they can move great and they're all fit and they're all fun and very outgoing people to work with. But even this doing the proper photo shoot, doing the proper video, doing behind the scenes and make it all updated for the marketing purposes, getting on that side, it makes it gets you on the different levels and different level of respect, so people can see how they look and how see about their parents' portfolio material and their stuff, so they can be presented at their best. So that's why we got today, like makeup artists, hair, behind the scenes people. So it's all been done just before we start performing, so they can see some appreciation towards their hard work of training and stuff. So that kind of thought should be really put in the mind of any business problem that you're trying to assist, and look about how other people can assist something from your business ideas.
Yeah, and you're right there. When you form these partnerships, or it's an investment, like you said. It may not pay dividends straight away, but you've got to look long term. You might outlay a small amount of resources, financial or time or other. But you've got to look at the long term investment. Will this be worthwhile to my business in the long? And you don't know. Like I involve myself with a lot of companies as a test to see if it's going to head in the right direction. After a while, you'll know that it's not. So then I guess you disassociate yourself with that other company. But if you can see progression there and you can see it moving forward, it's a good thing. Like this radio show is a great example of that. Myself and a colleague started this last year, and I've sort of like picked it up this year. He had to sort of like move on, but I saw it as an investment in myself and the fitness industry to bring people together like us. You and I are a good example of that. The Procon Leisure crew with Aaron and Selena before that. And the bodybuilding community, of course, because that's my passion. But I saw that as a way to bring everybody together, and probably a huge global method of creating business ventures or joint interests with people around the world.
Yeah, 100%. You are creating a massive change in that field, because Europe is quite advanced in fitness and radio shows and stuff, but Australia is actually, I believe, we're missing on that, having a fitness a radio show happening, so you can, call up and discuss any topics, to talk about it openly. Procon Leisure, that's obviously how I know you from. Yep. Every single girl in that farm knows about things being the problems, know what you do, what products you have, and how much supplements and stuff you give it away for girls to try, and get it all ready for the contest and stuff. And that's a lot of happening around. And I've been knowing you, I think, for like a year and a half now, so because it's been a contest from last year, and every single person knows it, and then it really works. Yeah. And when I had about your radio, that's an amazing idea, because a lot of people sometimes they don't have time for it. They don't have time to talk about things or open the book or read the article or something. driving a car and they can put it on and listen to it. It's internet accessible as well.
Yes.
It's a massive thing. So if you don't have time while you're driving, you can always put it on and you can always have everything recorded. So this is something convenient to have in our 21st century when everyone's so busy and riding back and forth and never have time for these things and getting a bit lazy of, getting some paper and read it or know something else, some extra. So that's it's a massive thing that you're building in the moment, and it's really exploring a lot of new things around you. So that's, I think, been a lot appreciated in the fitness and bodybuilding industry.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't get paid to do this radio show, so I put a bit of time into this every week. Obviously, the 3 hours that I sit here, but in the time leading up, arranging people to come on for interviews and the marketing on social media, etc. And the after part, the downloading it onto to podcast onto Podbean. So, like you said, so people can listen to it after the event.
Yeah.
While they're doing their cardio or whatever they're doing. And I see it as an investment, and it's a bit of fun for me. It's something different. It's a bit of an outlet, bit of a release. It's a good communication network to meet new people and to further relationships with existing friends and colleagues, etc. It's good fun, and I see this as an investment in the future as well.
Definitely, you're raising the awareness of fitness and in the industry itself. And every person will have a self-purpose inside of us to be useful for the society. And these type of shows and this radio talk a massive influence towards different people. So it could change the whole mindset of one person. And it would be, can change one person's life or change one person's mentality or mindset towards something. This is pretty much the top goal of what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah,
and raise those questions and things that people want to be answered. So that's a massive deal, and it's a lot of work behind this, rather than just 3 hours when they're on the radio. A lot of preparation goes towards that, which people don't see.
Yep.
But I can definitely see how much time it takes just to get through all this post recording, getting it all done, even driving in and back, and get all these calls happening.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort and time.
Yeah, I enjoy it because it's an education for me as well. So anything that's increasing my knowledge on anything in life is a good thing. It's a positive thing. And like you said, if we can impact on one person a week, that's fantastic. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, exactly. No, 100% agree with you. You do amazing. That's why I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to help that call. So I was just ready when I started timing today.
Yeah, and it's great. I love talking to you each week as well because you're a positive person.
Oh, thank you, Ken.
Yeah. And on that note, on a positive note, I have to kick you off the radio.
Yeah.
So thank you for your time. Thank you for spending, that was a good chat. It was 25 minutes almost. That was a good one.
Well, it's the end of the day. It's a special day for us. So.
Yeah, it's a good one. And thank you after your long day for calling in. You must be exhausted. And it's always good to chat to you. And we'll talk next week. And you will
It's always a pleasure to chat with you, Ken. And next week I will be calling you straight from Gold Coast.
Yes, you will be.
We'll have our night off before the crazy peak time starts. We're starting from 1:30 a.m. on Ronald Makeup. So
wow.
It's going to be awesome to have a live stream all the way from Gold Coast with Ross and the family there. So
yeah, that'll be cool.
We're very excited to be call and just update you on things happening behind the scenes.
That'll be great. We're about to take in the atmosphere here live on Global Fitness Radio from Maxim ASMY Final.
Yes, perfect.
It'll be great.
All right, well,
thank you, Valeria.
The rest of your day. Thank you so much again for your time today.
That was great.
As usual.
Yeah, and thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
Speak soon. Bye-bye.
Talk soon. Bye. And that was Valeria. We'll just turn the phone off. There we go. Here at Global Fitness Radio. Now, we have Jay calling in 5 minutes, but we're going to sneak in an interview with the INBA president of the Netherlands, Sandra van der Kamp, which I recorded recently while I was in the Netherlands. And here we go. Here's Sandra. And here we are with the INBA Netherlands Netherlands President Sandra Vanderkamp.
Hello.
Sandra, your show was a great success yesterday.
Yes, it was, isn't it?
Yes, the inaugural Dutch Championships.
Yes, it was the first one and it was really big success. I'm so happy.
Yes, and from a personal experience as a competitor, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had at a show.
Really?
It was great.
That was my goal.
Yeah.
You remember when we had that interview before?
Yeah.
And I said to you, I want to be in your top 5 list of best competitions
Yes.
ever. So my question is, did I succeed?
You did.
Yes?
At the moment, it was number 1.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Because I'm very old and have a bad memory. I can't remember past about 6 months ago. But it was very good. It was great. Thank you.
Oh, great answer.
It was great. And all the athletes were happy, and as we discussed earlier, it was a good family atmosphere.
Yeah, it was, huh? Yeah, we had I think the main part, everybody who was a part of this crew, they work with passion.
Yes.
Because for me, this is something with passion. My biggest goal was to get all the athletes happy.
Yep.
And all the crew members are people that are really near to me. We work together, and they all offer their help because they wanted to be a part of this unique situation of being the first natural show in the Netherlands. So everybody wants to contribute to this first natural show, and they did it all by passion. And I think that's why everybody felt like, yes, this feels like family, and that's perfect.
And that was great. The backstage people were fantastic. The girls did a great job, and the judges did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
The MC was okay.
Yeah, the MC was okay.
He was I'm sorry. Well, maybe he's one of his first attempts, but it was very good.
Yes, also he did it by passion, but he was maybe a bit tired at the end of the day. It was a long day, but he did really good job.
He did great. He did a great job.
And I think when you see after the lack of sleep with the past days, because Imro, who was the speaker, he also helped me with building up the venue and everything. So I think we slept about 2 hours before we did the show yesterday.
Wow.
And then being the speaker from, we started at, 12:30 till 9 o'clock in the evening, non-stop. Well, we had one break of 20 minutes, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was hard work.
That's amazing.
But it was really good. Really happy.
It was good.
The level of athletes was awesome. We are so good. We want to show the Netherlands a good level of athletes who are natural, because you want to show it's possible to be in an excellent shape without using anything. So.
Exactly. And you're right. That was a very, very high standard for your first show.
Yeah, it was really good.
Now, the big question is, 2019, do we see a return of the INBA Dutch Championships?
Oh, yes. Maybe even at the end of this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to be honest, I need to recover a little bit of this one, but I put a 6 months work in this, and it would be a shame not to use that work, because it's too much work for one show.
Yep.
And now the beginning is there, and I want to continue. And everybody is asking me when's the next show.
Yep.
So for sure there will be one next year.
Yep.
So we have to see, because we are planning to come to Australia too. So we need to set the dates right.
Yes.
So we can do the Netherlands and Australia.
Excellent.
And but maybe the end of September. But that's not a promise.
Yeah.
So don't get another tattoo on your back. Because then I need to do it. That's funny to tell, because really when you told me at the Olympia last year, that was November, I'm going to tattoo the Dutch flag on my back, I thought, wow, that's a pressure, because I decided in October to do this show. And when you put the tattoo on your back, oh my God, there's no way back now. I have to do this show. Even if it's only for Ken, I have to do this show. So that was just the pressure that I needed to not give up, because it was a hard way to get here. And you get me the right motivation to continue. So thank you for that.
Good. And that was my motivation to come. Once you get the tattoo, you've got to come to the country.
Exactly.
So I've got to come to Czech as well, because I got that one put on.
Oh, really?
In February, yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's good.
So I'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandra, that was great talking to you for Global Fitness Radio.
Thank you so much, and I really thank you for being a part of this first show. Thank you so much for being here.
And we loved it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, Sandra.
Bye.
And that was the INBA Netherlands President, Sandra Vanderkamp. on Global Fitness Radio, which was recorded on the 22nd of April, the day after the inaugural INBA Dutch Championships, which was a great success. Thank you, Sandra, for having myself and Team Flex R6 there. You are on Global Fitness Radio, and we're waiting for Big J to call in right now. But we'll keep continuing to talk about our topic for tonight, which is the fitness revival. You starting out or you're restarting? And let's talk about the restarting stuff. Now, why do we stop? Why do we start and then why do we stop? Well, there's a whole bunch of reasons. But, some of the reasons could be family issues, work issues, illness or injury, or, it could be peer pressure, or it could be the fear of failure. Now, all those things, and probably a whole stack of others, do actually come into the equation there. But I guess, it's about prioritising life, and all those things may take priority over, your fitness campaign. And an interesting one, now most of them are self-explanatory, but the fear of failure is an interesting one I'd like to expand on a little. In my experience, and I've trained many, many people for, mainly, I guess, physique competitions, but some people will self-sabotage. Some people have a fear of failure on the day. They will self-sabotage themselves, knowing that if they do this now, they won't have to face their fears on the day of the competition. This is not common, but I have come across it maybe 10 or 12 times that I've been aware of, and I'm sure it's happened a few other times that I'm not aware of. Some people will go to those lengths to avoid a situation. But like we touched on a little bit earlier, if somebody else has done something before, they're human. You're human as well. You can do it. There's nothing stopping you attempting to do it, and nobody's going to judge you. And that's another important point. Don't worry what other people think about you, about what you're doing. It's your life. You can do whatever you like. You were born to do whatever you like. Whatever you like. You were given, the body parts, the mind, the heart, the soul, the will, the determination. And you may not have been given the opportunities, but you may have been given the opportunities. So if they're there, the opportunities are there. Take them. But if they're not there, you can create opportunities. And this is really important. So you've got to take your opportunities or create your opportunities, just like we do here at Global Fitness Radio. And these are some of the reasons why we do stop. But you can restart at any time. And it's important to, like we said, have your goals, have your sense of purpose, and do what you want to do for yourself. As long as it's not adversely, negatively impacting on those around you, go for it. Just do what you want to do. It's your life. So smash it. You're on Global Fitness Radio. Can I help you?
It is alive.
Guess what? I didn't press the off button on from the last caller. That's why he went to the answering machine.
Whatever, mate. Listen, if you want to cut my segment down to 10 minutes, you just have to talk to me. Just have to give me a call, and you just say, Jay, you know what, you're shit. We're cutting you down.
I learned from
You've
the
got
best,
10
Jay. I learned from the best. All those times that you went, oh shit, and pressing the buttons, I'm still doing that.
Ah, come on. You got to get the hang of it at some point.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
That's the way, mate. That's the way. I know. I listen.
How you been?
Good. Do you get Karen and Andy on the show today?
I did. They were on their honeymoon.
Yeah, I saw their wedding photo.
Yeah.
There's a skinny ripped chick with a big beefy guy.
Yeah, that's them.
Quite intimidating, really. Jeez, you want to talk about a power couple, huh?
Oh my God, they're amazing. The fitness couple of the world.
I know, right? Yeah, good on them.
Yeah, wow.
What it is to be, 2% body fat?
Yeah, pretty much. That's 1% each. That's a combination of body fat total.
No, did I say that out loud?
Oh, that's all right, Joe. We had to get one in for the night.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's been pretty sedate since Helene doesn't call in anymore.
Oh, doesn't she?
No, she's too busy. She sort of like tans people up till very late.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's a shame. It's always pre-recorded, you know.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Just pre-record you can do it on your phone.
Yeah, actually, I did a couple while I was overseas, and I played them tonight. It worked actually quite well. So
there you go.
Easy.
Hey, you're all over it.
Easy.
Pushing buttons. Come on.
Oh my God.
Smashing it, mate. Smashing it.
Dear, oh dear. So how's the kids?
Oh, good, man. Daughter's just taking my shoes and socks off right now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, we're watching Professor Poopy Pants and Captain Underpants, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, la la. Don't worry. If you had young kids, you'd totally get that.
How's Tina?
Tina is working like a biatch.
Oh.
So her baby clothes, the Kiva Made for Fun brand, is being picked up in New Zealand now. So we're just in the midst of organising with New Zealand's #1 Scandi dealer to supply her. So yeah, pretty incredible. Tina's a little bit like, oh great, oh shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, good. It's growing.
That's a big step.
She's in the office working a bum off.
Yeah, good on her. That's good. That's how you do it.
I agree, mate.
Yeah, you
and
keep on it.
You know, it's funny that tonight's topic sort of relates to her in a way.
Oh, okay, yeah, like a restart sort of thing, yeah?
Yeah, well, she's, had to knuckle down. She's got a handmade market on in a couple of weeks, and she's hardly got any time to train at the moment, so it is kind of taking a break for her in a way. And, she's going to go back to it when things lighten up a bit, but
good.
I guess she's got to sit back and go, well, what am I going back to? Am I going to go back to the same thing? Was it working for me?
Yeah.
And oh, God. I was talking to you, focusing on you. She got me out of nowhere there. So yeah, I think when these things come up, though, it's a good opportunity to sort of assess the training because you step away from it for a bit.
Yeah.
And rather than being in the thick of it all the time, you actually have the opportunity to look at it and be realistic about what's kind of working for you and what's not. And it's a good sort of reset point, whether you go back into the same thing or whether you start a different line of training or training the same thing in a different way, same shit, different solid sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. And you've got to keep changing up for motivation, don't you? You know that.
Well, you've got to keep changing up to trick your body.
That's true.
You can't just keep doing the same thing. I think it's 8 to 10 week cycle, and you've got to. That's why you're always changing your program around.
Yeah, and everyone's different. It could be 8 to 10 weeks for some. Some it's 6, some it's 12. Whatever. But you find that out eventually yourself. But your body's extremely clever at adapting to everything.
What was the last thing you said?
Your body's extremely clever at adapting to everything.
Yeah. That's right. So some are slower than others, mate. You know, poor old Pex, you know, you're, what, about 15 weeks before your body works it out?
That's right, 51 years. I still haven't worked it out.
Not that far behind you, mate. I think I'm at 15 weeks these days.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh, my.
Oh,
I like being old, man, because I'm getting old.
It's pretty scary. Actually, I spent my 51st birthday in Amsterdam. How's that?
Yeah, cool. Did you spend it in a cafe?
No, you've been there, obviously.
Yeah, 2010 we went there as part of our honeymoon, but it was a very brief visit.
Yeah, it's pretty much everything they say, isn't it? It's just...
Oh, yeah, more. I'd love to have gone there in the summertime. We were there in winter in the middle of a bloody, cold front coming through, which was freezing up the whole of Europe. So we really copped the brunt of a cold winter. There was snow everywhere and cars spinning out and all sorts of shit. So it was quite interesting in that sense. But yeah, no, the friend that we went to visit, she was saying in the summer that where there was a local park where she lived, so we just put a fence around it and have a dance party.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, a stadium or something. So yeah, pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. We were lucky with the weather. It was unseasonably warm. It was like mid-20s the day we walked around Amsterdam. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you ride around?
No, we just walked. But, yeah, it was okay. I just walked around obviously the red lights part and around all the buildings and all that sort of stuff. So, no, it was good. It was funny. We laughed all day looking at the shops and stuff. So, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a different world, that's for sure. Who did you go with?
I was over there with two of my competitors. They're both Czech nationals, but brother and sister. But one lives in Czech and one lives in France.
Yeah, right.
So we hung out, and one of the guys, one of his friends, one of his mates, his training partner, come over, and we all hung out. So just for that day, yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was actually really.
Did you all, was the conversation flowing, or were you all sort of going, "Sorry, I didn't get that"? What did you say because of the accent?
No, actually, Hannah, the girl, she speaks English, so that helps.
Yeah.
She was our translator, so that was good.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the boys speak a little English, but not enough to get by with, talking to me, obviously, but she was good. She was the middle person.
Wow. I guess, when you haven't, obviously you've got a bit to talk about with the common interest of performing and competing, but, when somebody's got to translate for you, you think about it, when you go out and you're sort of stuck in a situation and you've got to fill time in with conversation, and it's starting to get hard because you kind of run over all the things you're interested in. You get to this point where you're like, shit, I've just got to start making stuff up. I'm not going to see these guys again, so what does it matter? But when you got a translator there, well, shit, that doubles the time for one conversation, doesn't it?
It does, actually.
Quadruples if you think. No, triples.
Yeah.
If you say it, quadruples, then it's got to be said again, then they've got to respond, and then it's got to be translated and said back to you. And you've got to count for, translation time where she's like, okay, my English not so good, but maybe, you got all of that going on. So, man, what would normally take about 10 minutes probably took you about an hour, yeah?
Yeah. It worked out quite well. We had, so Hannah, who's in our team, she speaks 5 languages.
Wow.
She speaks English, Czech and Slovak, which are close to each other, but also Spanish and French. So the European president came with his son. His son speaks good English because he was educated in the US. But the dad, who's the president, he speaks Slovak, Czech and Hungarian. And the Hungarian team came as well, and they pretty much strictly speak Hungarian with a little English. So we worked it out. We got the messages to each other between the Hungarians, the Slovaks, the Czechs, the Dutch and the English-speaking people. So fortunately, most of the Dutch people speak English quite well, so that helped. But we got by. It was good.
I would have paid to watch that down there.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a cafe smoking some boobies there. That was just fucking hilarious.
Hey, we didn't have to go into any cafe, as you know. Passive smoking. He's
I think you just have to walk past one of those cafes and get wasted.
Yeah, I know. My God, it was just everywhere.
I actually went into one of the cafes when I was there.
Oh, did you?
I didn't have the guts to ask for anything. It's been, when we did it, I was 40. I hadn't smoked any pot for about 15 years.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't of interest, but I was kind of like a when in Rome sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I actually said to the people, it would be good, if you were a pothead, like a lot of people are, I guess, it would be heaven going there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. So, no, couldn't shoot it with it, mate. Maybe next time, I don't know, go in the summer and I'll come with you and we'll pop some eckies and have a great time. Just think, mate, how good you'll look with your shirt off there. You know, every one of those parties takes their shirt off.
Yeah.
And they're going to be looking at you going, look at that old guy, look how fucking ripped he is.
Look at that old guy with the tattoos. With the Dutch flag on his back.
Yeah, and also, look at that guy next to him, the tall guy. Well, he's got a bit of a muffin top, but he's not bad.
Isn't that those two guys from Global Fitness Radio? Oh, my God. That's funny shit.
Well, you cover the tickets on there. How's that?
Actually, I got a good deal. I went with Qatar Airlines, which I was a bit apprehensive about, but it was only $11.50 return, and that's out of Canberra, as you know, adds a few bucks on. But they were really good. It was a brand new plane, pretty much, and like the crew were great. The service was good. They were all on time. The planes, it was great. It was a really good experience. I'm going to use them again when I go to Czech in a few weeks' time. So yeah, they were good. They were awesome. Qatar Airlines.
You have a discount after that, you know.
After that free plug.
Oh man, like especially considering the thousands of viewers that you've got, the influence you have over them.
Yeah.
Hey, I reckon half the price. They're gonna, you know what? Their share prices are going to go up.
Oh, they are. Double. So that's a big tip.
Oh, not about double. Let's not get too cocky.
Yeah.
Like, keep it real. You go 33.3.
Everyone get onto their stockbroker right now because the shares are about to go through the roof.
Well, up to 50% now.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's funny. All right, mate. I've got to go.
All right, buddy. Good to talk to you.
Likewise. We'll do it again next week, eh?
Sounds like a plan.
Good man. Do you need any sups, Joe? You need any hand-delivered sups up to the Dixon shops?
Did you bring any Coke back from
No.
Amsterdam?
No, actually, I bought a gift for my nephew who's into this sort of stuff. It's like a Red Bull can with you screw the top off and there's a concealed jar inside.
So it's a what?
A jar you can conceal something inside
right.
Red Bull can, yeah.
And you didn't bring back any Coke?
No, I thought that might not be a good idea.
Dude, wasted opportunity. Just saying.
Especially when I went through Canberra Airport and there was only 30 international passengers getting off. They looked at me and went, "Come here, you. We're going to talk to you." Yeah, that was
right. You would have flexed and they'll go after your pick, you know?
Yeah, you're that guy from Global Fitness Radio.
Global Fitness Radio. All right, buddy.
That's
I'll
me.
talk to you next week.
All right, mate. Take care. Good on you, Jay.
See you, bye.
See ya. See you, mate. That was Jay. At... Oh, turn that one off. Wrong button. Global Fitness Radio. Supposed to be off here like 5 minutes ago. Anyway, that's it for episode 36 of Global Fitness Radio.